that this small island developing state, the people in Dominica do not like to read, or gone are the days when people would read a lot. So we decided as the national broadcaster that we should take this upon ourselves to ensure that our people, our young people in particular, can read. So we are well pleased for this, and we are so happy that all of you are on board with us in this venture. DBS Radio, as I said, celebrating its 50th anniversary. The reading competition comes at a time when we also realize that at schools we have to do more. We decided as well to broaden our horizons, especially in this age of advancements in technology, and we are going to do more. So stay with us, of course, as we will do more. DBS Radio, we have a committee in place to ensure that activities like this go on. Let me as well apologize for the delay. This is not representative of what DBS is, but sometimes things happen. So I welcome all of you to this occasion. I will be short because, of course, we have missed some time and we have to get on with the program. But welcome. Stay with us. Listen to DBS Radio. There's so much in store for you because, of course, we are educators as well. And we want to ensure that we have a good reading population. Thanks again and enjoy this occasion.
Yes, thank you so much, Mrs. Luge. And speaking of welcome, let me welcome again each and every one of you here. I'm seeing the 10 different schools are being represented by different POSes, and I just saw a huge POSE just walked in. So we appreciate the support. This is what each of the students need, the continuous support from you, the teachers, their peers, and their parents. So we do appreciate that. And speaking of support, and again, this was an initiative of Felix Henderson the late, but it would have to be the support of the nation station itself, DBS Radio, to ensure the continuity of this reading program. And so we now call on the general manager at DBS Radio, Mr. Cecil
Joseph. And while Mr. Joseph is coming in, we just want to acknowledge the presence of the PS in Education, Mrs. Chandler Hyacinth. Mr. Cecil Joseph.
First, let me say good afternoon to all present. This afternoon is not about the speeches that we give. This afternoon is about the 10 students. As I use the word students, I remember at the age when I went to school, we were called, as I heard Ivan Ahmed mention, pupils. And then when we arrived at high school, they then called us students. And I do not know the difference now between the word pupil and the word pupils. I remember also too when we went to primary school, you would hear teachers. And when you arrive at high school, you will hear lecturers. And now we're hearing everything as lecturers. The time is changing. And so DBS Radio saw the need, while the time was changing, to ensure that we empower those young children. But before I continue, I would just like to place, we did early on for Felix Henderson, but I would like to place 1 minute of silence to someone that has helped Dominica in its development, someone who has brought Dominica to political independence in the person of Patrick John. He passed on yesterday, and I think that as a former teacher himself, who would have empowered many students towards the advancement of Dominica's development, I think it's appropriate at this time to stand and just to give 30 seconds of recognition to Mr. Patrick John. Thank you. And so, when we look at these children who are sitting before us, we immediately think of their future. 10 children. And we may have before us lawyers, prime ministers, presidents, doctors, nurses, and we can continue. But for that to continue and for that to happen, we must create the environment, a right environment for them. And that is why DBS Radio saw the need some 12 years ago to establish what is called now the reading competition. I remembered 13 years ago when we sat as managers, then Marriott Warrington as manager. We had an intention, and the intention was to get Lucia Blaise, who was part of the Chronicle, to give comments on DBS Radio on the editorial of the newspapers around the country, so that it would have helped in the process of having our minds to develop in having to discuss issues and to get answers. And along the line, the concept of a reading competition for the children came up. And today it has grown. And I first want to thank the Ministry of Education. From the onset, we indicated to the Ministry of Education that we wanted to be a partner in empowering our children. And immediately the Ministry of Education came on board to ensure that we as a national institution played that role and played that part to empower our children. We have seen many other children who came into the competition have excelled, have done well, and is doing well for Dominica. Thanks God for the reading competition. Because what the reading competition has done is to help these children to express. Because too many times we found out that our children before could not express, not because they were not reading, but they did not have the opportunity to express among other people. And so the reading competition has enabled these 10 children who are here to go through various rungs and to be where they are. So each of them are winners. And I should also say that each of the students that came through the process of the reading competition, from the elimination process, they were all winners because they each represented a school. And so I want to say to the students who are at home that reading will help in empowering you. We have a society today where too many of our adults depend on the society to build and process our minds. We have a society where if ABC do not say that, I do not believe it. But with reading, you are able to comprehend, you are able to make your own decision from what you have read. And so I want to ask each parent here today, during the summer holiday, we have heard of all different. But let us make it our duty as parents that 1 hour a day keeps the doctor away. 1 hour a day will prevent your child from doubling. 1 hour a day will empower your child to be a better person for the future. And so I want to thank all the various partners with DBS Radio who came on board in ensuring that we have this reading competition. And if we have it for 12 years, it means that it can go for another 48 years. So when DBS will be celebrating 88 years, we should be saying that we are celebrating 50 years of the reading competition. We have seen ourselves as a conduit. We have seen ourselves as partners in the development of Dominica. And that is why this year we started what was called the Creole Impromptu, because we felt Creole as a language itself must be taught, should be taught among the children at school or at home. And so, in closing, I want to thank also greatly the Prime Minister, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, for coming on board as a partner with this reading competition. And this year, he has given his commitment that he will give some $11,300 towards the competition. And amidst of this, he will also give the three top winners a laptop. So it means that the students themselves have something to work for. Like us as adults, we want something to work towards. And so the winning school this year will get a contribution from the reading competition. Or the winning schools will get a contribution from the reading competition. So I want to say to each student that is here today, make your community proud. Also make your school proud. Because if they are to receive $2,000, it means it's a contribution that will help not only in empowering you as a student, but also it will help in the development of the community of your school. So once again, I want to wish everyone good luck. I want to place the blessings of God on you so that after today, that you will not only look at yourself in history, reading, in the reading competition, but you can look at yourself ready and prepared to make Dominica a better place for all of us to live. I thank you.
All right. Thank you. Of course, that was...
Merci, Opil.
Warix. You speak English, I speak Creole.
Thank you very much.
Merci.
The manager of DBS Radios, Mr. Cecil Joseph.
Merci Oshai, c'est le manager général Radio DBS, Mr. Cecil Joseph.
Pas de problème, Merci Opil. Bon, what are we going to do now?
Après ça, nous allons crier. Nous avons en position comme chef officier pour éducation, un ministre pour affaires éducation.
Bad bravo, messieurs, mesdames.
Bad
bravo.
Blaise.
Make him feel welcome. Or him, make him feel welcome, sorry. Make him feel welcome. Bon.
Thank you very much, Millian Wadix, for a splendid welcome. I won't be very long. I must establish a protocol. So permit me to recognize Mrs. Missy Henderson, Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Gloria Joseph, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Planning, and a lot of other things. Mrs. Hyacinth, Chandler Hyacinth, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, and some other things as well. Mr. Joseph, Cecil Joseph, General Manager, Ivona John Baptist, Program Director, and the rest of the staff of DBS Radio, who have been doing a splendid job at this initiative. Mr. Geist, who is the Senior Education Officer for Curriculum Measurement and Evaluation. Mrs. Henderson, who is the wife of Felix, the late Felix, and Grace Henderson, one of our aspiring teachers at the Wharton Waven Primary School. Our distinguished judges who are here this afternoon, who are going to do a splendid job, I'm sure, in judging this, I'm not going to say a competition, this symposium. Yes, it's a symposium. Our invited guests, the teachers who are here, and the school principals, who I am sure have been doing an excellent job over the past, well, I'm not even going to say over the past weeks, over the past several years, with our students, the staff of the remainder of the staff of the Ministry of Education, our technical and support staff, who have been doing an excellent job as well, and I must single out Mrs. Sherman Badwell, who has been doing a lot of the work with the scripts, Ms. Charlene White-Christian, who is also one of the judges, Ms. Leander Laidlow, who has been doing a lot of work for us behind the scenes with ensuring that this competition is successful. I said I was not going to say competition, so this symposium is successful. Our students who are supporting the 10 winners who are here this afternoon, as Mr. Joseph said, they are winners, so I recognize the students. I said earlier on the teachers, I saw some teachers with the T-shirts, so displaying the students that they support. And I must recognize let me recognize the media as well, but I want to give special recognition to our 10 winners. Good afternoon, students. Yes, you are all winners. And I say this because, as I said, I won't be very long. These students are really role models at their schools. They are leaders at their schools. And they're the ones who are demonstrating the leadership, the capabilities, and the competence at the school level. They have been laboring over the past weeks, representing their schools, winning, and they are not just here by chance. As Mr. Joseph said, they have won throughout the competitions at the school, at the district level, at the semifinals, and they are here this afternoon at the finals. And this is important because they're demonstrating the importance of reading. And I will not go into all the importance of reading because I'm sure we are all very well aware of the importance of reading, except to say that it builds confidence, not only in one's ability to decipher information and to make judgments, but it builds leadership and confidence in students. I will tell you one thing, it takes guts to sit in front here and read 2 or 3 scripts fluently. I am sure that many of us as adults cannot do it. I often try not to. That's why I speak, I don't often read, because I don't know if I would be able to do that, right? So it takes courage to do this. We take it for granted, but these students are really champions. And as I said earlier, this is not a competition. It's really an exposition. It is demonstrating the skills, the knowledge, the aptitude, and the ability of our students, the abilities of our students. So they are all winners. So students, I will tell you one thing. You are not competing this afternoon. You are just showing us your skills. You are just demonstrating to us how good you are. We already know that you are very fluent readers, and you are winners in your own right. So you're just going to put on a nice little display for us because we have recognized all of you as winners. Right? So let's give them a round of applause for all the winners. Yes. So we'll just sit back and enjoy the display and enjoy your reading. So you don't have to really compete. Just give us your best. Thank you, and may God bless you. May God bless everyone.
Thank you, Dr.
Merci.
Banks.
Merci.
All right, I got ya.
Thank you very much, Mr. Blaise.
Merci,
As we continue, this is DBS 50th anniversary reading competition. We are reading for Felix.
Yes,
as we now move on
to our next presenter, who'll be representing the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. That is a permanent secretary within that ministry. Let's welcome Mrs. Gloria Joseph.
Make her feel welcome.
Thank you, Milia and the Wadix, and good afternoon to everyone. I'm going to be very short because I know these kids are anxious to do what they have to do. So I recognize all the officials who are here, all the education personnel, all the parents of development and advancement of the next generation. The next generation that we see, here and that some are seated here are a generation of leaders, of entrepreneurs, of politicians, of nursing and legal professionals, of farmers and agriculturalists, of nutritionists and fitness experts, and trainers, of pastors and educators, and the list goes on and on, right? One of those days, all of us were sitting, maybe not exactly where they're sitting because we are too shy to be seated there, but we were very unassuming, and today some of us have attained to some significant positions in life. It has been said that one sure way to hide something from a black person is to put it in a book. Well, this is a myth, and it's a myth of the past, and one which DBS, through the late Felix Henderson, has sought and is still seeking to eradicate. Literacy is essential for knowledge, for awareness, for communication, for broadcasting, for expressions, for entertainment, for directions, for business, for trade, and basically for everything. Reading is critical for the field of journalism and broadcasting. And very importantly, the ministry I represent is focused on telecommunications and broadcasting. This is the platform and the gateway for transmitting information via various forms and various media. The children here today and the many others who did not make it to this final round of the competition have showcased their ability to not just read, but to enunciate, to pronounce, to articulate, and to get the last letter of every word sound out. True? I was an educator and one that was very hard on pronouncing, right, Mr. Saint-Jean? Pronouncing every letter in the word and being very articulate. All right? So the children here today, they have been brave, and Dr. Blair said it. They have been brave, they have had to combat their fears, they have had to manage the pressures which confronted them at every step of the journey. Hence, they are all winners. I sound like I am repeating what you said. I'm sorry, mine is written. They have done themselves and their families, their schools, their friends and their sponsors, their communities, and the country, and certainly they have done the Ministry of Broadcasting, and they have done the government of Dominica very proud. So I join all the individuals and the organizations in heartily congratulating these outstanding 10 students, their teachers, their parents, their friends, and I also congratulate everyone here who is beaming with pride and joy and are just waiting for the final round. Special commendations to the management and staff of DBS for not dropping the baton following the passing of Felix Henderson. Long may the legacy of Felix Henderson live on. Long may DBS and the reading competition live on. God bless you, and do enjoy the next round.
All right, so thank you so much, Ms. Joseph. Merci Shai, merci Pil.
Thank you very much.
Ben après cela, messieurs, mesdames, nous allons présenter et puis c'est moun là qui dit grand responsabilité après-midi.
Gives us great pleasure at this point in time to introduce you to our judges.
Yes.
Our esteemed judges. And we go with the first, Milia.
Well, you go
A member
first,
of KEC, a linguist, part of the Ministry of Education. Make her feel welcome, stand, and make her feel welcome, Mrs. Charlene White Christian.
And of course, we have an officer at the Documentation Center and also a librarian by the name of Mr. Prince Saint-Jean.
She's the head of the University of the West Indies Open Campus, a doctor. Make her feel welcome, Dr. Kimon Joseph.
She's an education officer in the curriculum unit of the Ministry of Education and a specialist in literacy, Mrs. Shemin Badwil.
She's a broadcaster, once a broadcaster, always a broadcaster. She's a public relations specialist. She's the voice of one of the leading telecommunications network on the island. Make her feel welcome. Once a queen, always a queen. Queen Ferdinand Frampton.
Yes. And the main reason why we are here, as Dr. Bless himself said, the 10 winners here this afternoon, I will allow Warwick to present to you our first reader.
Are you ready? Before that, Milia, come closer. Let us introduce our specialist. They are the starrings.
Yes.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Everyone stand up. Let's stand up a little, man. Stand a little. Stand a little. You have been
Stretch,
sitting for a while.
somewhat.
Let's give them a little exercise, Milia.
Yes, hands up. All right, hands down. Hands up, hands out. Yeah. Out, in, down.
Yes! You can now sit.
Yes, I.
Are we ready?
Yes.
This.
So we're gonna just let you know, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time in this reading competition, who our 10 finalists are. Wadix will introduce who the first person will be reading.
From the Castle Bruce Primary, Junella Cameron. Stand up.
From the W.S. Stevens Primary, Ellis Charles.
From the Convent Prep, make her feel welcome, Brittany Luis.
From the Pioneer Prep, Kitara Bopier.
From Salisbury, Obawi, make her feel welcome, Elsie Bedno.
Haley.
C'est ça, Haley? Yonder you. Yes.
From the St. Luke's Primary School, Naimanael Azard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls and 2 boys. 8 girls and 2 boys. Make him feel welcome. The first of the 2 boys with a lovely smile. Although we missed one.
Why you missed one? Yes.
Who we missed?
The-
Hi, my little angel. Come a while. Come a while. Put on your mask a little. What's your name?
Divani Pascal.
Tell the whole world what's your name. What's your name again?
Divani Pascal.
Ivani Pascal.
And she's from the Lighthouse Christian Academy. Representing the Ebenezer SDA Primary, DeAndre Barry.
And this lovely princess hails from the Sufria Primary. What's your name, my dear? Make the entire world hear you.
Sajani Alexander.
I didn't hear that. Let's go.
Sajani Alexander.
Make her feel welcome. Right on. And the final, William.
And our final reader for this afternoon, our final participant from the St. Mary's Primary, Kellen Matthew.
Right on. All our participants, a round of applause
Yes.
for all our participants. They are all winners. Competition time or exposition time according to the Ministry of Education. I think we should organize the mic now.
Yes, because
So
we're getting
the
ready.
technical people.
Just to inform you who might be viewing, or those of you in the audience, the students will be reading in 3 separate rounds, the reading of the narrative, the DBS news, as well as the DBS sports news. However, in the reading of the narrative round, the students will all be reading the same material. Yes.
Okay.
And you might be wondering.
So let's explain that.
The students in the first round will all be reading the same story in layman terms.
Right.
The
So
same
while
story.
while one student will be reading, what will happen to the other
Each
students?
of the 9 students will be given a headphone where some tune will be playing in their ear, so they will not be able to follow the stories while it's being read.
Okay. Right. So we are now making sure that everyone gets their headphone as we get set.
So just
50th
remind-
anniversary, and we're doing it differently.
Yes, we're doing it differently.
50th anniversary DBS 1971 2021.
Just to say thank you to Kibitz,
Okay. We're getting
silent
set.
partner, for providing
You can-
the
okay.
headsets for our
Everyone,
students.
you all can hear the music? Nice music. You're not hearing the music? He's not hearing the music. Din, technical man, make sure that he's hearing. Make sure that he's hearing his music. Din. Okay, right? So we're getting set. You're not yet? Okay, let's make sure before we commence. Make sure this is DBS Anniversary Radio. Si bagay la pasa marché, j'étais pour l'autre man. Ça c'est DBS qui là. Right on.
Yes.
So are we all right now?
Let's test.
You are hearing?
Testing. What are you hearing? Can you hear me?
Okay, my
What are
good
you
friend is hearing. Yes,
are you
you're hearing. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone, you hearing? Okay, nice. What music that I love beauty, I love splendor? Right on. We're getting set. Okay. All right, Milia.
I can hear hair.
Yes. Okay, so we're getting set. We're getting set.
Yes.
The first reader.
We are just
Judges.
ensuring that.
Check. Okay. Are you hearing? Are you hearing?
Can you hear me, Haley?
Oh, she's not hearing.
Can you hear me?
So make
Oh,
sure,
She cannot hear me.
Din,
Can you hear me?
make sure that she is hearing.
You must
Okay.
hear Wadix clearly.
Make sure. Right. This too.
The point is for them not to hear what we are saying.
Okay.
So they're not supposed to hear me on the microphone.
Are you hearing? You hearing the music? You're sure?
Maybe the music is not loud enough.
The music is not loud enough?
Because they're not supposed to hear me.
Huh? You can hear me talking. Once you can hear me talking, that is how it's supposed to be?
No.
Technical man? If she can hear me talking, she can hear her reading. Something is wrong somewhere. Okay, just a slight observation while we get things under control.
We just want to ensure
She's
that
hearing.
everything.
Derrickson, make sure my little friend is well organized. That's convent prep. Brittany Lewis, make sure little
In
Brittany.
the meantime, let me just welcome our viewers
Sisa
via
baka mashe, ani Paul
our
lot
YouTube
naman,
page.
puno ko mashe bagay la. Din, okay, listen to this one, Brittany. Lovely Brits. Are you hearing now, Brits? All right, Brittany is now
I'm
hearing.
just hearing you.
Are you hearing the music, Brittany? Hearing the music? Make sure she's hearing the music. Fix up a little plat up, nice little pretty child. Fix up a little plat up and put the headphone on her nicely. Yes, we are getting set. Are we ready? Milia, are we ready?
Well, no kami take on no pueg.
Are we ready, Milia?
No pueg.
Okay.
Just to remind you once again that the judges
Okay.
will.
So, Milia, we are ready for competition time?
Yes, we are.
Okay, the first reader this afternoon. Okay. I didn't hear that. Give it a little more volume. Okay. So technical team, a little more volume. Right. So the first reader, we just try to make sure that everyone gets a fair opportunity. So all we're doing is make sure everyone gets a fair opportunity. Right. So are we ready? We're getting set. This is DBS Anniversary, the finals, and we are reading for Felix.
No, you have to understand when the students
And
can
we are
say
just
they
making
hear in
sure
Wadix, 'cause Wadix have a different
every
pitch.
pupil gets a fair opportunity to go through the reading exercise. Okay, so are we ready? I think all headphones are now blinking, excepting one. So okay, we are okay now. Okay, yes, Miller. The first reader. Are we ready, judges? The first reader from the
Yes.
Castle Bruce Primary, Jonella. Come on, make her feel welcome.
Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hill towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked Akim, to clean them. "You never ask my older brother or sister," Akim used to say to her. "Why me? I hate cleaning crabs." But his mother never listens to him. Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barber. On his head, he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dashing leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good salad. Apart from the dashing leaves, there were orchards, slices of pumpkin, dried coconuts, and crabs. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. "Good morning, Mrs. Jeffrey," said Mr. Charles. "It's good to see you again," Mr. Charles said. "What would you be doing without me?" Every Saturday morning, you bring us the ingredients for callaloo right to our doorstep. There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook callaloo. "And don't forget, you pay me less than you would in the market," Mr. Charles grinned. All part of the service. When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at the gate. "Akim! Akim!" she shouted. "Where are you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs." Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. "But Mommy," he moaned, "why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time it's always me." "That's because Joseph and Annie have their chores to do, and you have yours," she said. "You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron?" "Yes, let me iron the clothes instead," her son said. "All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it." Akim was scared she would really make him do the ironing, so he said hastily, "Okay, give me the crabs, Mommy. I'll clean them right now." She smiled as she said, "Good, I knew you would come to your senses." Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. "But Mommy," he said, "I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can make callaloo without them." Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. "Akim, boy, take care you never let go any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean those crabs. You hear?"
Make a fair welcome from Castle Bruce with love, Jonella Cabon. First reader,
Yes.
Milia, say bon,
Zibo, Nuke di Leibo.
Give her a little headphone. Make sure she has on a
Just to
headphone.
remind you, that...
So we're giving the judges a few
Yes.
minutes.
So the Castlebrooks Primary School was opened with the assistance of the Canadian government back in 1970. The school is currently located at Glue Glue Flats in Castlebrooks. Currently has 9 staff with a population of 91 students, 50 boys and 41 girls. The school motto is striving upwards. Other than the regular curriculum, they offer information technology, arts, and they form part of many other clubs. Lorik Joseph from the Castlebrooks Primary School won the first ever DBS Radio Creole Impromptu competition. Give it up one more time for Jonella Carbon from the Castlebrooks Primary School.
Okay, are we ready, judges? Okay, the judges are ready, Milia?
Yes. So we are now getting set for our second reader from the W.S. Stevens Primary. Let's welcome Ellis Charles.
It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hills towards the village. As usual, Akeem saw him coming and ran to hide. Akeem always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked him, Akeem, to kill them. You never asked my older brother or sister, Akeem used to say to her. Why me? I hate cleaning crabs. But his mother never listened to him. Akeem saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head, he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dasheen leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good callaloo. Apart from the dasheen leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crabs. Akeem heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. "Morning, Miss Godfrey," said Mr. Charles. "It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles," she said. "What would we do without you? Every Saturday morning you bring us the ingredients for callaloo right to our doorsteps." There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akeem's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook callaloo. "And don't forget, you pay less than you would in the market," Mr. Charles grinned. "All the part of the service." When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at her gate. "Akeem! Akeem!" she shouted. "Where you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs." Slowly, Akeem came out behind the mango tree. "But Mommy," he moaned, "why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time it's always me." "That's because Joseph and Annie have to do their chores to do, and you have yours," she said. "You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron?" "Yes, let me iron the clothes instead," her son replied. "All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it." Akeem was scared she really would make him do the ironing, so he said hastily, "Okay,
Give me the crabs, Mommy. I'll clean them right now. She smiled as she said, Good. I knew you would come to your senses. Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. But Mommy, he said, I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can make kalaloo without them. Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. Akim boy, take care you never let go any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs, you hear?
Yes. Sibo Milia.
Ellis,
Debo.
Ellis Charles from the WS Stevens Primary. WS Stevens Primary is located in Marigot. Opened its doors back in 1970, currently led by Principal Christy Alexander. The school has 140 students. The school has taken part in the DBS Radio Ministry of Education National Reading Competition every year and has won the competition back in 2015 with Madonna August. Also, they've gotten to the finals on 3 different occasions. One more time for W.S. Stevens.
Are we ready, judges?
Yes.
Okay, we're now going to read number 3
Yes.
from the Convent Preparatory Primary School. In a massive way, make her feel welcome, Brittany Lewis.
It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hill towers towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked him, Akim, to clean them. You never ask my older brother or sister, Akim used to say to her. Why me? I hate cleaning crabs. But his mother never listened to him. Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head, he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dashen leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good callaloo. Apart from the dashen leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crabs. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. Morning, Mrs. Godfrey, said Mr. Charles. It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles, she said. What would we do without you? Every Saturday morning you bring us the ingredients for callaloo right to our doorsteps. There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook callaloo. And don't forget, you pay less than you would in the market. Mr. Charles grinned. All part of the service. When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at her gate. Akim, Akim, she shouted. Where are you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs. Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. But, Mummy, he moaned, why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time, it's always me. That's because Joseph and Annie have their chores to do, and you have yours, she said. You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron? Yes, let me iron the clothes instead, her son replied. All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it. Akim was scared she would really make him do the ironing. So he said hastily, okay, give me the crabs, Mummy, I'll clean them right now. She smiled as she said, good. I knew you would come to your senses. Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. But, Mummy, he said, I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can make callaloo without them. Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. Akim boy, take care you'll never let go any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs, you hear?
Right. Yes. From the convent prep, Brittany Luis.
Yes, Brittany is 8 years of
Body
age.
Bomilia.
Tulta. She's 8 years of age and currently in grade 4 from the convent. Convent what?
Prep.
Oh, okay.
Convent prep.
I heard you try something a while ago.
This aquarium.
Prep?
Where?
Prep.
Okay, Messi.
No, man, I want you to say the full word. The full word. Convent what?
Convent prep.
No, man, the full word. Indulge me now, Alex. Convent. Say it.
Prep.
You see, I'm not the only one with the difficulty because I heard you try. I heard you try. All right, so our judges seem to be ready, Wadix?
Yes, they are.
So we present our next reader from the Pioneer Prep, Kitara Bopia.
It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hill towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance when he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked him, Akim, to clean them. You never ask my older brother or sister, Akim used to say to her. Why me? I hate cleaning crabs. But his mother never listened to him. Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dasheen leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good callaloo. Apart from the dasheen leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crab. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. "Morning, Mrs. Godfrey," said Mr. Charles. It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles, she said. What would we do without you? Every Saturday morning you bring us the ingredients for callaloo right to our doorsteps. There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook callaloo. And don't forget, you pay less than you would in the market. Mr. Charles grinned. All part of the service. When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at her gate. Akim, Akim, she shouted. Where are you? Where are you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs. Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. But, Mommy, he moaned, why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time it's always me. That's because Joseph and Annie have their chores to do, and you have yours, she said. You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron? Yes, let me iron the clothes instead, he said. Her son replied. All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it. Akim was scared she really make him do the ironing. So he said hastily, okay, give me the crabs, Mommy. I'll clean them right now. She smiled as she said, good. I knew you would come to your senses. Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. But, Mommy, he said, I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can make callaloo without them. Akim's mother glared at him with amazement. Akim, boy, take care you never let go of any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs, you hear?
Yes.
Yes.
Baker Phil, welcome.
Kitara, Beaupierre,
Sibo, Dibo.
Tibo. Kitara is from the Pioneer Prep. I am not going to try. Opens it. Oh my goodness me. The Pioneer Prep, Wadix,
Yes.
opened its doors back in 1997. Currently has 17 staff led by Miss Esther Robinson. As a matter of fact, one of the winners of the OECS reading competition came from the Pioneer Prep by the name of Louis Aaron back in 2014. The Pioneer Prep recently won the regional art competition. Give it up one more time for the Pioneer Prep.
Okay. Are we ready, judges?
Yes.
Okay, we are ready for reader number 5.
From Bowie.
From Bowie with Love. This is
Haley.
the DBS 50th anniversary reading competition.
Yeah, reading
from Bowie with Love.
Felix.
Make her feel welcome.
Haley Bedno.
It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hill towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always said to him, Akim, to clean them. You never ask my older brother or sister, Akim used to say to her. Why me? I hate cleaning crabs. But his mother never listened to him.
Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head, he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dashing leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good callaloo. Apart from the dashing leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crabs. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. "Morning, Mrs. Godfrey," said Mr. Charles. "It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles," she said. "What would we do without you? Every Saturday morning you bring us the ingredients for callaloo right to our doorsteps." There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook callaloo. And don't forget, you pay less than you would in the market. Mr. Charles grinned. All part of the service. When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at her gate. "Akim! Akim!" she shouted. "Where you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs." Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. "But, Mummy," he moaned, "why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time, it's always me." "That's because Joseph and Annie have their chores to do, and you have yours," she said. "You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron?" "Yes, let me iron the clothes instead," her son replied. "All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it." Akim was scared. She would really make him do the ironing. So he said hastily, "Okay, give me the crabs. Mummy, I'll clean them right now." She smiled as she said, "Good. I knew you would come to your senses." Encouraged by a smile, Akim decided to be brave. "But, Mummy," he said, "I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can make callaloo without them." Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. "Akim boy, take care you never let go any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs, you hear?"
Yes.
Haley
Steve.
T-Ball.
Yes, sir.
Alex, I have a did you know for you.
Ah.
Yes, did you know? Esute connect.
Okay.
Alex,
Hi.
did you know that the current location of the Salisbury Primary School is the very same ground where the now late Patrick John signed the Salisbury Declaration?
No.
The document that cited intention for the island to become independent from...
No.
No, you know.
No, I do. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go for reader number 6.
Reader number 6 from the St. Luke's Primary School, Naimanael Azard. And I got that look again. Naimanael. You'll notice she gave me that look.
It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hills towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked him, Akim, to clean them. "You never ask my older brother or sister," Akim used to say to her. "Why me? I hate cleaning crabs." But his mother never listened to him. Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head, he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dashing leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good kalalu. Apart from the dashing leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crabs. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. "Morning, Miss Godfrey," said Mr. Charles. "It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles," she said. "What would we do without you? Every Saturday morning, you bring us the ingredients for kalalu right to our doorsteps." There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook kalalu. "And don't forget, you pay in less than you would in the market," Mr. Charles grinned. "All part of the service." When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at the gate. "Akim! Akim!" she shouted. "Where are you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs." Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. "But, Mommy," he moaned, "why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time, it's always me." "That's because Joseph and Annie have their crab stores to do, and you have yours," she said. "You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron?" "Yes, let me iron the clothes instead," her son replied. "All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, you will pay for it." Akim was scared she would really make him do the ironing. So he said hastily, "Okay, give me the crabs, Mommy. I'll clean them right now." She smiled as she said, "Good. I knew you would come to your senses." Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. "But, Mommy," he said, "I feel so sorry for these poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can't kalalu without them." Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. "Akim boy, take care you never let go any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just know, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs. You hear?"
All right, and
Yes.
that was
Yes. Sibo!
Tibo.
Man, I tell you this.
That was,
Young pupils are really doing excellent work. Milia?
yes. When
Are we having an adult section at some point in time, Milia?
Well, we're hoping, at some
Okay.
point,
All right.
maybe even the same story.
The same story.
Maybe
Pani po problem to give us.
at some point. But what is, why
Okay.
you so far from me now?
Ah?
Why you so far?
I'll-
Like, the camera have to follow me and follow you.
Okay, I'm too far from you.
I believe so.
Okay, so come closer.
Yes, please. Me pa kasi skusa, no?
I
mean, you were
we
over
getting
there.
set? Judges,
Yes.
are we ready?
All right.
Judges are ready. Queen Finance, are you ready? Yes, we are ready.
For next reader from the Lighthouse Christian Academy, let's welcome Divani Pascal.
It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles the crabman climbed the hill towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked Akim to clean them. "You never ask my older brother or sister," Akim used to say to her. "Why me? I hate cleaning crabs." But his mother never listened to him. Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head, he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dasheen leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good callaloo. Apart from the dasheen leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crabs. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. "Morning, Mrs. Godfrey," said Mr. Charles. "It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles." "Mr. Charles," she said, "what would we do without you? Every Saturday morning, you bring us the ingredients for callaloo right to our doorsteps." There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook callaloo. "And don't forget, you're paying less than you would in the market," Mr. Charles grinned. "All part of the service." When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at her gate. "Akim! Akim!" she shouted. "Where are you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs." Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. "But Mommy," he moaned, "why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time it's always me." "That's because Joseph and Annie have to do their chores to do, and you have yours," she said. "You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron?" "Yes, let me iron the clothes instead," her son replied. "All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it." Akim was scared she really would make him do the ironing, so he said hastily, "Okay, give me the crabs, Mommy. I'll clean them right now." She smiled as she said, "Good. I knew you would come to your senses." Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. "But Mommy," he said, "I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can make callaloo without them." Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. "Akim boy, take care you never let go of the crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs, you hear?"
All right, and that was Divani Pascal. from the Lighthouse Christian Academy. Wadix,
Yes.
I have another did you know for you.
Another did you know?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you know back in you're attentive, pal?
Yes, I'm in school.
Did you know
There are teachers all over.
that back in 1982, a pregnant woman with a husband and 6 children opened the Lighthouse Christian Academy?
No.
She started this institution with her very own children at home.
No, I did not know.
Well, no, you know.
Where is Stephen D? If you did not know, now you know. As we come to our eighth
reader.
Yes. And it's one of our male pupils.
Yes.
And he goes by the name of Milia.
DeAndre Barry.
From what school?
The Ebenezer STA Primary.
Make him feel welcome.
It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hill towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked him, Akim, to clean them. You never ask my older brother or sister, Akim used to say to her. Why me? I hate cleaning crabs. But his mother never listened to him. Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head, he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dashing leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good callaloo. Apart from the dashing leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crabs. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. Morning, Mrs. Godfrey, said Mr. Charles. It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles, she said. What would we do without you? Every Saturday morning you bring us the ingredients for callaloo right to our doorsteps. There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook callaloo. And don't forget, you paying less than you would in the market, Mr. Charles grinned. All part of the service. When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at her gate. Akim! Akim! She shouted. Where are you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs. Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. But, Mommy, he moaned, why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time it's always me. That's because Joseph and Annie have their chores to do and you have yours, she said. You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron? Yes, let me iron the clothes instead, her son replied. All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it. Akim was scared she would really make him do the ironing, so he said hastily, Okay, give me the crabs, Mommy. I'll clean them right now. She smiled as she said, Good. I knew you would come to your senses. Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. But, Mommy, he said, I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go?
I'm sure you can make kalaloo without them. Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. Akim, boy, take care you never let go any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs. You hear?
All right.
Yes. Yes.
DeAndre Barry from the Ebenezer SDA Primary, right across. No, wait, this way. It's going back into town.
So far, so good, Milia?
So far, so.
It will be
You got it,
difficult.
yeah?
I can imagine the judges. I wouldn't want to be in the shoes this afternoon.
You know, that's the intention, you know what, X?
Yes.
To give those judges a headache or maltet.
And
Cannot
so
be too
far,
easy. So good. The headache
Okay.
is working.
yes.
Yes.
No one is in the lead so far. Anyone is in the lead so far?
Mogamode.
Okay, you're not a judge.
No,
Pani
it's-
problem. Are we ready, judges?
Yes.
Okay.
They seem
Once
to be
again,
ready.
the sweet eyes, are we going to
Sufria.
Lukale?
Sufria Primary School. We
Okay.
welcome Sajani Alexander.
Est-ce que vous avez ça créole?
Il est
Même bagay la ou di la?
Sajani Alexander.
Même bagay la?
Sajani
Make her feel welcome, Dominica. What a lovely lady.
Yes. It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hill towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked Akim to clean them. "You never asked my older brother or sister," Akim used to say to her. "Why me? I hate cleaning crabs." But his mother never listened to him. Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dashing leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good kalaloo. Apart from the dashing leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crabs. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. "Good morning, Mrs. Godfrey," said Mr. Charles. "It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles," she said. What would we do without you? Every Saturday morning you bring us the ingredients for kalaloo right to our doorsteps." There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook kalaloo. "And don't forget you paying less than you would in the market," said Mr. Charles, grinned. Mr. Charles grinned. All part of the service. When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at her gate. "Akim! Akim!" she shouted. "Where are you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs." Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. "But, Mommy," he moaned, "why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time, it's always me." "That's because Joseph and Annie have their chores to do and you have yours," she said. "You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron?" "Yes, let me iron the clothes instead," Her son replied, "All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it." Akim was scared she would really make him do the ironing, so he said hastily, "Okay, give me the crabs, Mommy. I'll clean them right now." She smiled as she said, "Good. I knew you would come back to your senses." Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. "But, Mommy," he said, "I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can make kalalu without them." Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. "Akim boy, take care you never let go any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs, you hear?"
Yes. Say more, Amelia.
Sir Johnny Alexander, 9 years of age. Moving up to grade 5, I believe.
Okay, as we get set
Yes, Wadix.
for the judges, Amelia,
Wadix, you want to tell me something now?
I want you to translate for me in Creole.
Wait, Papa.
Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. This is
That's
Creole.
Mama Akim got a wed.
Okay. Boy, go and clean the crabs.
That's ale nettoyer c'est quoi blama now we know.
You here?
Utan.
Okay, bon. Let's go. Are you ready? Judges.
All right, so we're heading now to the St. Mary's Primary School.
School.
Yes, St. Mary's Primary.
Okay, hold on a while.
Yes, Wadix.
Amelia, while you wait, you want one more? Amelia, quick. Are we ready, judges? Okay. The judges are just making sure they're tabulating. And don't forget, you're paying less than you would in the market, Mr. Charles. Grind. This is accurate.
Pas l'oublier. Ou que paye moins sous qu'a paye à la place là normalement.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay, we are ready.
Yes, we are ready.
We are ready for our final reader.
Yes, from the St. Mary's Primary School. Let's welcome Kalen Matthew.
Make him feel welcome.
It was Saturday morning. As usual, Mr. Charles, the crabman, climbed the hill towards the village. As usual, Akim saw him coming and ran to hide. Akim always kept a safe distance whenever he saw Mr. Charles coming to sell his crabs. Whenever his mother bought crabs from Mr. Charles, she always asked him, "Akim, to clean them?" "You never ask my older brother or sister," Akim used to say to her. "Why me? I hate cleaning crabs." But his mother never listened to him. Akim saw Mr. Charles walking slowly up the hill. Mr. Charles looked like a barrel. On his head, he carried a large round basket. Bundles of green dashing leaves stuck out from the side. Inside the basket was everything you needed to make a good kalalu. Apart from dashing leaves, there were okras, slices of pumpkin, dry coconuts, and crabs. Akim heard Mr. Charles greeting his mother. "Morning, Miss Godfrey," said Mr. Charles. "It's good to see you again, Mr. Charles," she said. "What would we do without you? Every Saturday morning, you bring us the ingredients for kalalu right to our doorsteps." There was no question that Mr. Charles was very popular with Akim's mother and all the other housewives in the village. Mr. Charles knew that every Saturday they all liked to cook kalalu.
And don't forget, you're paying less than you would in the market, Mr. Charles grinned. All part of the service. When he left, Mrs. Godfrey stood at her gate. Akim, Akim, she shouted. Why are you hiding this time? Come here right now to clean the crabs. Slowly, Akim came out from behind the mango tree. But Mommy, he groaned, why don't you ask Joseph or Annie to clean the crabs? Every time, it's always me. That's because Joseph and Annie have their chores to do, and you have yours, she said. You want me to let Annie clean the crabs and give you the clothes to iron? Yes, let me iron the clothes instead, her son replied. All right, if that's what you want. But if you burn even one small handkerchief, your behind will pay for it. Akim was scared she would really make him do the ironing. So he said hastily, okay, give me the crabs. Mommy, I'll clean them right away. She smiled as she said, good, I knew you would come to your senses. Encouraged by her smile, Akim decided to be brave. But Mommy, he said, I feel so sorry for those poor crabs. Why don't we just let them go? I'm sure you can make kalaloo without them. Akim's mother glared at him in amazement. Akim boy, take care you never let go any of those crabs that cost so much money. And just now, you'll be telling me to stop cooking pork and chicken because you feel sorry for the pig and them. Boy, go and clean the crabs, you hear?
Yes. Yes, William.
Eh bien, mon éducation est Warix.
Ouais.
Après tout ça, mon l'envie kalalou.
Eh bien, où les kalalou?
Quand c'est mon l'envie kalalou.
Eh bien, il mange kalalou. C'est ça qu'on a dit? Mais, pas oublier, oh no, it's English. Do not forget, it have a special time for hunting season.
Well, c'est pour ça que je mange kalalou la moui. Je mange kalalou viande parfumée. Je mange kalalou chel cochon. Je mange kalalou lache cochon. There's no hunting season on pork.
Mais nous avons les kalalou quoi?
Because n'importe bagay goes into a kalalou.
Ladies and gentlemen, teachers, students, a round of applause for the first round. For all. And I think we should be there.
Yes, so we'll take this opportunity. We allow our judges a few minutes. Also, the students will now be taking a little something. They'll be sitting for a little while. They'll be running to the washrooms. Our judges will do their thing. I believe we'll acknowledge our sponsors, Warix.
Yes.
And then we will come back and do what we do, because the students will then have to go through the next reading material, which is the reading of the DBS news. So we'll acknowledge our sponsors and we'll come back in just a short while.
DBS Radio,
Okay.
with its headline sponsor, the Office of the Prime Minister, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, 2021 National Reading Competition is brought to listeners, compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Own more shares, get more benefits. Let's grow our credit union together. National Bank of Dominica, your partner, your bank. National Cooperative Credit Union, one big family. Jay's Bookstore, your supplier for books, greeting cards and furniture. Carlton Phillips Motor Pool, drive in and get the world of vehicle parts. APP Electrical, we do better. OT Trucking, OT at your fingertips for safer trucking services. Springfield Trading Limited, quality is everything. LaFalle's Lab, quality and confidentiality. Auto Depot Limited, when you can't find it, we've got it. AC Shillingford and Company Limited, spend less, get more. Crispies, Tasty. A bank fulfilling our role in the development of a resilient Dominica. West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, most credible choice. Flow Dominica, Fortune Hotel, Ocean Edge, Garaway Enterprises, Jungle Bay Resort, the Grand Bay Cooperative Credit Union, Foxy's Bread Depot, the Signman. A business without a sign is a sign of no business. Fine Foods Distributors, the biggest distributors of the biggest brands. On-the-go catering services, they are here to satisfy your cravings. K-Bit Silent Party in Portsmouth, 50th Anniversary Radio DBS, and the headline sponsor, the Office of the Prime Minister. In collaboration with the Ministry of Education, we say a big thank you to all our sponsors. We are reading for Felix. Reading makes us smart. DBS Radio, with its headline sponsor, the Office of the Prime Minister, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, 2021 National Reading Competition is brought to listeners. Compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Own more shares, get more benefits. Let's grow our credit union together. National Bank of Dominica, your partner, your bank. National Cooperative Credit Union, one big family. Jay's Bookstore, your supplier for books, greeting cards and furniture. Carlton Phillips Motor Pool, drive in and get the world of vehicle parts. APP Electrical, we do better. OT Trucking, OT at your fingertips for safer trucking services. Springfield Trading Limited, quality is everything. LaFalle's Lab, quality and confidentiality. Auto Depot Limited, when you can't find it, we've got it. AC Shillingford and Company Limited, spend less, get more. Crispies, tasty. A bank fulfilling our role in the development of a resilient Dominica. West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, most credible choice. Flow Dominica, Fortune Hotel, Ocean Edge, Garaway Enterprises, Jungle Bay Resort, the Grand Bay Cooperative Credit Union, Foxy's Bread Depot, the Signman. A business without a sign is a sign of no business. Fine Foods Distributors, the biggest distributors of the biggest brands. On-the-go catering services, they are here to satisfy your cravings. K-Bit Silent Party in Portsmouth, 50th Anniversary Radio DBS, and the headline sponsor, the Office of the Prime Minister. In collaboration with the Ministry of Education, we say a big thank you to all our sponsors. We are reading for Felix. Reading makes us smart.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we're just getting ready to give you a little bit of some entertainment as our students will be going through their reading material. And we know how talented we are here in Dominica. So hello? I would like to think that, the students are going through the reading material, although we'll try to be as quiet as we can. But just for the sake of those who are tuned in via DBC Radio, our YouTube page, as well as our Facebook page, we'd like to present to them a little bit of entertainment, and those of them who are listening as well, because they cannot see what's happening at the back of me. So if it's not any trouble for you, I would now like to call on Miss Shania Allen to do a number for us, one called A Million Dreams. Let's make her feel welcome. Shania Allen.
Afternoon, everybody.
I
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care, so call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. Ooh, oh.
Let it go for Shania Alin.
Thank you so much, Miss Aline. I almost feel like singing. But I'll
Okay.
leave that for you.
We're getting set for round two.
Yes, we are getting for round two.
Judges, are we
Yes.
ready for round two? Okay.
So
We're
we have
getting
the
set for round two, Milia.
Reading of the news, yes.
The reading of the news, and one of you will be getting the opportunity to read news live on DBS Radio.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, you're going to be reading news right now, live. And Curtis Matthew will assist you, and one of you will get a job right after you leave school. Right. So are we ready for the first reader?
Yes.
If you're from Castle Bruce, say yeah. Castle Bruce in the building as we make this lovely angel feel welcome. From the Castle Bruce Primary School, Melia.
Jonella Carbon.
DBS News.
Government is considering options to prevent the theft of solar lights across the island. The theft of installed solar lights across the island has been a growing cause of concern. The setting up of cameras and the presence of police officers are among options being considered. Minister for the Environment, Kozia Frederick, says government has invested significantly into the solar street lighting. He says measures must be taken to stop the thefts. Frederick called on the public to take ownership of the lighting intervention.
Yes! This
Jonella
was the 13-15 total news. Live on DBS Radio.
Well,
Melia, we heading to our second reader.
just give our judges.
Or we have to wait until the judges
at least 10 seconds. We don't
tabulated
want
the
to rush
points.
it. Yes.
And as soon as they are ready, they could give us, I think, some communication. So, Melia, we are getting set. And by the way, my lovely readers, oh, they can hear me now. One of you, as a matter of fact, you're going to be reading live news on DBS Radio. And Curtis Matthew is somewhere listening to you to recruit you to be part of the reading team at DBS Radio. We have some, which school is this? Is this the convent?
Convent.
Convent. Can a couple of you come a while, please? Come. Melia. Let's give them a little test. Come. Let's give them a little test.
What is a couple again, Warix?
Come and tell us hello. From the convent prep.
Okay, let's turn.
What is the name of the school you attend?
Convent prep.
No, you have to speak out, my brother. Speak, come, turn, watch the camera. What is the name of the school you attend?
Convent prep.
Right. What is the name of the school you attend?
Convent preparatories.
Right on! That's it. Ferdinand, we're going to give them something? Ferdinand says we're going to give them something. Are you ready, judges? We're going to count. We're going to teach you to count in Creole. We'll call you back in a while. Okay, so we're going to read and then we'll call you back.
Right,
Melia will teach you to count until from 1 to 20 in Creole. We getting set, Melia?
Yes, Warix, for second reader.
With the lovely eyes from
the W.S. Stevens Primary. We welcome again
Afua in the building! And she goes by the name of
Ellis Charles.
Make her feel welcome.
DBS News.
Dominica welcomed the first American Airlines jet flight to its shores on Tuesday, June 22nd. According to the Ministry of Tourism, the flight was part of ongoing efforts to improve air access to the island. The Tourism Ministry said the flight was done to ensure the aircraft was able to perform its operations safely on these routes. Minister of Tourism Dennis Charles signaled the flight very timely as it aligned with Dominica's vision to increase stayover visitor arrivals. She said an increase in air traffic for Dominica needs to happen in parallel to the development of the international airport.
Right.
Yes! Let it go, Milia! Nous passons là et nous passons à prendre ces enfants la créole. Ça c'est nous allons lire pour Félix.
Yes.
Et puis depuis nous parler de Félix, nous devons apprendre les enfants à parler créole.
Creole. So,
What's your name, my dear?
Shimaria Albert.
Okay, so Milia, ask her tell her what is her name in Creole. Ask her name.
Do you know a Creole?
No, a Creole is what's your name. So repeat for me.
No.
No muese. No muese. Repeat. No muese.
No Mwese.
And say your name.
Shimaria Albert.
So no muese, Shemaria Albert.
No Mwese, Shimaria Albert.
Let it go for this lovely lady, Shemaria Albert. Right. We're getting set for our third reader.
Third reader, yes.
Our judges are ready? Okay. So we're getting set.
Yes. So
Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? For one of the preps.
One of the preps.
This time,
The
content
convent
prep.
We
Make her
welcome
feel welcome.
Brittany Lewis.
DBS News.
17-year-old Lennon Hippolyte of the Kalinago territory has been named valedictorian of the 2021 graduating class of the Cassie Secondary School. He captured 6 awards at the ceremony, which saw 90 students saying goodbye to the school. Hippolyte captured prizes for mathematics, integrated science, and chemistry, among others. The ceremony was held under the theme, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Meantime, featured speaker Dr. Kimon Joseph told the graduating class it is important to have a plan to achieve their lifelong goals.
Yes.
Yes! Two of you come. Yes, you two, my nice little friend. Come and learn some Creole. Nous passons venir là, nous allons lire pour Félix et nous allons apprendre le Creole. Okay, right. So, Milia, you will take
I'll take her.
lovely little princess. I will take my friend.
All right.
My lovely friend.
Yes, Wadex.
So you're going to tell her, how are you? And I will tell her I am fine. And I am fine means moins bien. So
Okay.
repeat.
Moins bien.
Moins, sorry, hold on. Moins bien.
Moins bien.
Bien, right.
So the question for you is to ask her, how are you? So you say, Kuma, or you know, man?
You can say
You
it?
can say it? Oh, okay. So let's go. Kuma uye.
Kuma.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
And then you repeat.
Moins bien.
Let it go!
Thank
For
you.
our lovely little children. That's it. As we get set for our
This is a
fourth.
minute pause, Wadex,
Are we
for
ready?
a Creole cause.
Yes. Are we ready, judges? Okay, so we go into our fourth reader
Our fourth reader
of the news.
from the Pioneer Prep.
Or not prepper.
Oh, not Prep, I mean, fast.
Fast.
Yes.
This
so we're heading to
is
the
DBS
preparatory.
anniversary, 50th anniversary. As we continue the celebration to read for Felix. Albush. What is the meaning of Albush in Creole, Milia?
Goodwill.
Goodwill Parish Hall. Our fourth reader is
Kitara Bopier.
Lower. Yes.
DBS News.
The Trinidad and Tobago government has announced the reopening of its borders on July 17. The government, however, warned that unvaccinated foreigners will not be allowed in the country. The news comes as the government deals with socio-economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says the reopening of the country's main airports would take into consideration vaccinated and unvaccinated Trinidadians and vaccinated non-nationals. He stressed that unvaccinated citizens or residents arriving in Trinidad must first show proof of a negative PCR test and go into state-supervised quarantine for 14 days.
Okay, let it go. Come on, Rita, come from the convent prep. She's all yours, Milia. She's all yours.
No, we have the little one at the back, not the first one, but the second one.
You want the little boy?
The one in the
okay,
center.
Boy and girl, come. Come and meet your papa, my brother. Come and meet your papa. Come and meet your papa. Give your papa a hug. So we give all three of them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You're going to say, thank you, Daddy, for now. For now. I am your daddy for now. For now. Only for this afternoon, for now. So you say, thank you, Daddy, means merci, Papa. See that?
Thank you.
No. Just say the Creole. Merci, Papa.
Merci, Papa.
Well, I can't say my mommy. But you're going to ask him a question as to where do you live. Will you try that, Wadix?
No problem.
Where do you live? You say, Ola uka wete or weste.
Ola uka weste.
Ola uka weste.
Ola kwa
Uka ola uka.
Okay, let's shorten it. Ola uye meaning where are you? Ola uye.
Ola uwe.
Ye.
Ye.
For why?
Ola uye.
Mwe esi. I am here. Mwe esi.
Mwe esi.
Let's try that again. Ola uye.
Ola uye. Mwe mesi.
Esi.
And what you saying? You saying thank you, Daddy?
Thank you.
In Creole, merci, Papa. In Creole, merci, Papa.
Merci, Papa.
I have a lollipop for you, my brother. A lollipop compliments Missy. Okay, so we get it set for
our next reader.
Number 5. 5?
Yes, 5.
Okay.
From the Salisbury Primary School. We
Bow
welcome
with love.
again, Haley Bedno.
DBS News.
Barbados is battling 3 new COVID-19 clusters, which have resulted in 29 new infections. And over 100 people are in quarantine hotels awaiting testing as a result of the clusters. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Kenneth George disclosed that there were 2 family clusters as well as another at manufacturing plant. This comes after Barbados recorded several weeks with few or 0 cases, with government announcing a further easing of restrictions by month end. The Chief Medical Officer believes Barbados could bring this under control with the cooperation of the public.
Right.
Yes. Yes. And Milia, I must say, so far so good.
So far, so good. The headache is not ours. No nilapu pale.
Okay, I know, come let us teacher. We have somebody from Keck. There she will advise us. What is she doing? We're going to teach everyone because we are now in a pandemic. So do what you were just doing a while ago. Ika.
Ika siye.
Mikola.
Mikoa.
So which means in English?
She is wiping the microphone.
Or in terms of health, sanitize. So we
sanitize mikoa.
Okay, messieurs, mesdames. Right, are we ready, judges?
Yes, we can say sanitize.
Are we ready? Doctors, Dr. Kimon Queen Ferdines, are we ready? We are heading to our 6th reader of the DBS. We are heading to La Pointe.
La Pointe.
La Pointe. Est-ce que La Pointe a dit de là, messieurs? Est-ce qu'il y a une La Pointe? Pointe Michel Girls. Okay, from Point Michelle.
St. Luke's Primary. Let's welcome again Naimanael Azard.
DBS News.
The St. Kitts and Nevis government has extended the state of emergency by a further month. The state of emergency was to expire on July 7th, but Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris said it was being extended as part of efforts to protect lives and livelihoods and contain the spread of COVID-19. 3 people have succumbed to the virus in St. Kitts and Nevis, and government last weekend received confirmation of a new variant. Latest figures show the country has recorded 429 cases of COVID-19 since March last year.
All right, and that was Naimanael
Azard
from the St. Luke's Primary. Yes,
we are
why?
continuing the Creole, Milia, and we are going to the protocols.
Okay.
Can anyone tell us, not you Cecil, the Creole for this? Okisa or mask? Est-ce que ça c'est vrai?
Ça c'est vrai.
Est-ce que ça c'est vrai, Charlene? Ça c'est Okisa? A mask.
Et pas masse.
C'est?
It's same word.
Mask.
Mask. Mask. Et pas
Okay.
mass. It's mask.
Okay. Can any of the children, we have some children at the back, tell us what is this in Creole? Any of the children, not any of the other. Any of the children? My little Pinkalicious, you know what is this in Creole?
Pinkalicious, that is sister to Kitara.
Okay. Tell our while it appears as our convent prep.
Yeah, what you
So let's tell our convent prep what is this in Creole.
What is this in English?
Bottle of water. Okay, she's coming. Come. Why? Yeah. Come. Give daddy what it's
All right. So this is a bottle of water. How would you say that in Creole?
Bouteille. Water is bottle. What do you have? A bottle of water means bouteille. What is water?
Blue.
Try.
Bouteille.
Glow. With a G. Bouteille. Glow.
Messi.
But let me ask you, do you do French in school? Yeah. I think that's why she got the bouteille. So yes, it's a bottle of water, a bouteille, glow.
Okay, what's your name?
Daria Walsh.
For Dinah, more prizes. Okay. Yes. we are heading to now.
We are heading to Atkinson.
Okay.
To the Lighthouse Christian Academy. We welcome again Divani Pascal.
DBS News.
Trinidad and Tobago owned Caribbean Airlines is expected to send home a quarter of its employees across its regional and international network. The move by the Caribbean Airlines will affect 450 workers in total. The company made the disclosure in an official statement released today, in which it revealed losses of some US $25.7 million. The airline will be meeting with its employees and other stakeholders to discuss the best way to carry out the downsizing exercise. It has said its current flights and cargo operations would not be affected by the changes.
Oi, let it go. Let it go. Can anyone tell us the Creole for this? Come, my little friends. Come, 2 of all you can come. More prizes from Fedina. Come. What is the Creole we want? You have to turn and face the camera. My little son, my little godson. Little Tiwadix. Okay. In Creole, how do you call that? Wait a while, hold on. Okay, you choke. How do you call that in Creole?
Phonia?
Phonia. Okay. And you ready now? Okay, what is it, Milia? Explain to tell them.
We can either say we stick to our cell phone, some people still say cell phone, but we say portable.
Okay. So repeat after Milia.
Pota.
Portable.
Portable.
Right on. Fedines, Ujakonet. More prizes.
Right. The list is getting long, boy.
Who do we have now?
We're heading back to the city, to the Ebenezer STA Primary. Dominica's future pilot, DeAndre Barry.
DBS News.
Dominica is among 4 Caribbean islands which have been added to the UK government's updated green list for travel. Barbados, Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, and several UK overseas territories are also among the countries added today. The updated list will come into effect from Wednesday, 30 June at 4 a.m. UK time for these countries. This means that people entering the UK from the 16 places updated to the green list will not have to quarantine from 30 June. The UK government reviews which countries are on which list every 3 weeks.
Yes!
Yes.
This was the 13-15 total news.
DeAndre Barry, he did say he wants to become a pilot.
He wants to become a pilot.
That's correct.
He looks like a pilot when you have that spectacles.
Yes.
He looks well. What do you say, DJ Median? This is a paper, a program, but tell us the Creole for paper. Come, my friend, again, boy. You from Sophia, man. Or from Grand Bay. It's called Milia. You're the judge?
Papwe.
No. Okay, you're close. Take your time again. Take your time.
Papwe.
No. Milia, tell him it is called?
Papier.
Papier.
Very good,
That's
Fedines. Right. One more prize. So we're now heading to?
We are heading now to Soufriere.
Soufriere.
Yes, to the Soufriere Primary School. Let's welcome Sajani Alexander.
DBS News.
Antigua and Barbuda have announced a reduction in taxes on airline tickets for travel within several countries of the Caribbean community, CARICOM. St. John's has also indicated that the measure will last for 6 months in the first instance. Prime Minister Gaston Brown said the government has taken a decision to cut the regional airport taxes by 50% effective today. Brown said the matter was discussed within the Sub-Regional Organization of Eastern Caribbean States about 3 weeks ago. The Antiguan leader stated a reduction in taxes would also assist the cash-strapped regional airline, Liat.
Yes! Soufriere with love.
Yes.
Can any one of our pupils or children tell us?
Stop looking on that side, now, man. It have
No, but
pupils
on that
side.
okay, well, on that side now.
Goddess, where you going with that?
I learned it for a while. What is this in Creole? From this side, from this side, from this side. Come, my friend, come, my friend. Come, my friend. We have on this side.
We have one of our participants telling
That's
us
my
that
lovely
they
friend.
have
And I suspect they come in a
whole gang.
In a whole gang, backing for somebody, rooting for somebody from Will Strathmore. This is called, and that means Milia, come and judge. Come and judge. Milia is a judge. Milia is the judge. Are we getting some gifts, Milia?
Yes, I got a bag of goodies.
Of goodies?
Yes.
Right. So in Creole, Milia, listen, you are the judge.
Okay.
In Creole, this is called?
Oshés.
Yes! Yes! For dance! Right. Boy. For dance, you have prizes to give.
What is?
Okay?
You not notice the bongs he walk with?
Yes, it's good,
And
it's
the
good.
bongs he walk back.
Like Cecil. Just like
He
Cecil.
came confident, I tell you.
Like Cecil.
Yes.
So our final, we are ready, judges, for our final? Okay.
Our final
Reader of the
Reader.
news.
of the news
Uh-huh.
from the St. Mary's Primary School. We welcome again Kellen Matthew.
DBS News.
The National Hurricane Center says Tropical Storm Elsa nears central Cuba today. Tropical Storm Elsa caused power outages, heavy rains, and landslides in Jamaica on Sunday. In Cuba on Sunday, 70,000 people along the island's southern region were evacuated amid fears that the storm could cause heavy flooding. Meantime, St. Lucia's Prime Minister, Alan Chasnet, has reported preliminary agricultural damage of $34 million due to Elsa. The system passed near St. Lucia as a hurricane on Friday.
Yes! Samilia, we're going to give our newsreaders
You know I'm always up to something, Warix.
a massive round of applause for our newsreaders. We have just completed round 2.
Warix, can you find 4 youngsters?
Huh?
I'm asking you to scout 4 young ones. We've had those already. If you want
Scout.
to include them, you can include them again. But
want to
4 young
scout?
ones.
Okay, let's see. You want the 4 from this side?
We can take 2 on that side and 2 on that
Megs.
side, 3
Where
on
Megs
that
are?
side, 1 on that side.
Okay, let's take 4.
Okay, any 4.
Any 4 adults involved?
Um,
Adults or children?
we can mix it. Yes.
Adults?
Yes, we can put 2 adults, 2 students.
So you want 2 students?
2 adults.
2 students and 2 adults. So I'll take the first adult. Thank you very much. Come, my dear. Put on your bag. First adult. I will take the second adult. Come, come, come. Do not be shy. And then we take in Milia, 2 children.
Yes, Warwick.
2 children on the same side.
Any side.
Any side. So we'll bypass those Pinkalicious. I want Pinkalicious to get something. Oh, she cannot? Okay, no problem. What about you, my friend? My friend back out early. What about you? 2 of you come, 2 of you come, 2 of you come. 2 of you come, nice. In pink, brother and sister. Right, that looks good.
Yes, Warwick.
Okay, come, 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 relax. Or you can social distance if you want, no problem. Social distance, no problem.
You cannot speak Creole and what? You have a pass? You want to call a friend? We'll give you the opportunity to call a friend.
You want to speak
Okay,
Creole
we'll
with
give
a
you a
friend?
lifeline. We'll give you a lifeline. Okay, each of you have a lifeline. So you an adult, so pick something in my hand. Anyone is yours. So this one goes for you.
You can call a tag if you want your
yes,
friend.
you can get somebody to assist you. Yes? Not yet. You have to see what
What's
you
her
have.
name? What's her name? What's her name? Shania Carbon.
Pick one.
Shania Carbon.
Pick one. Okay.
Oh, that's your name. So who you want? Who you want us to call for you? Oh, yeah.
No, wait. Is that not, no, she
don't
has to
tag it?
first see what she has in
Okay.
her hand.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, where you from?
Roseau, Coptal.
Okay. So you've seen what you have in your hand, and you don't believe that you can tell us what that is in Creole. We're not telling them yet. You cannot say it.
No.
Okay. Now call your lifeline.
My mother, Mommy, come.
Mommy, come. Mommy, come. Where's Mommy?
All right. Well, mommy is coming.
Mommy, come.
Let's see our next
Right.
participant. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Where are you from?
Sandro.
You're from St. Joe. Can you handle what you have in your hand? Do you want to call a lifeline?
Yep.
Who will that be?
My dad.
Your dad. Daddy, come.
Daddy.
How are you?
Where's Daddy?
You're
Vinny.
doing well?
Yes,
Okay.
Hey.
Can you handle what you have in your hand?
I think so.
You believe so? I like that.
Right.
All
Come,
right.
daddy, come, daddy,
Good
come.
afternoon. You can handle what you have in your hand? All right. So
Right, Millie.
Daddy to help you and mommy to help you.
So we live in the major on the side.
Now what happened?
Milia, we live in the major on the side.
on the side because he
Right.
can handle himself. No. You stranded? You leaving her stranded? Mommy, you're supposed to rescue her.
You live us stranded, mommy?
Okay. Unfortunately, you had one lifeline you called mommy. Tell us what you have in your hand. What's the word or what's the term?
In English?
In English, yes.
Wedding ring.
Wedding ring. Quiet, please. Mommy, can you tell us how do you say wedding ring in Creole?
Bag.
Let's try again.
It's something close to that, but I can't remember.
Something close to that.
But-
What else you want to help her? Do you have a lifeline?
I dealing with my major.
yes.
Okay.
Major.
Kisha Barry? Kisha Barry? Oh, Miss Barry. So your word is wedding ring. She says some bag. Let's see what bag, if it's a tote or if it's a handbag. Miss Barry, wedding ring. How do you say wedding ring in Creole?
Bag mariage.
Bag maye.
Maye.
All right? So, unfortunately, no gift for you. I'm just kidding. I'll give all you a lollipop just now.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being a good sport. Our next, you running, Mandadi? You told her already? Okay. Tell us the word you have.
Finger.
Finger. How do you say finger in Creole?
Duet.
Duet. How do you say my right finger?
I don't know.
Listen to the tricky question. That's a very tricky one. You have the word finger. The word finger in Creole is duet. That's correct? That's what your daddy told you.
Yeah.
This is my right finger or fingers. How would you say my right fingers in Creole? But since you call him, I'll ask him. Daddy, how do you say? Let's go. So how do you say it? Let's go. You're leaving it young and stranded again. So my right fingers, how do you say that in Creole?
I don't know.
You said no, Daddy.
My right finger.
My right finger.
Duet moi.
That's correct. Duet moi. All right. Are you living in Major still? Okay. What word do you have?
Watch.
And I'm referring to this watch. Oui, oui. Oh, so you need a lifeline. Yes, think about it. This watch. Mott. That is correct. Thank you. He stood alone. What is the word you have?
Hand.
And how do you say hand in Creole?
Le main.
Le main. Oh, Lord. Ça, c'est français, monsieur.
You might have a radio voice.
Le main. Yes. So, le main, that is French, but we break it down a little further. So, we say la main.
La main.
Not the C, because the C now is la main. See how close that can be? So, la main. A while ago, the gentleman said right is duet. So, how would you say my right hand?
La main duet.
Ah, that's right. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Joel Victor.
Where are you
Judges.
from?
St. Joseph. Ready?
Are you Mr. Victorson who was just there? That's not fair. Thank you. You're a good sport.
A round of applause for
all our participants. Yes.
Right on. We are ready for Felix. They are ready, Emilia?
Yes, we are ready.
For the final.
Third and final round.
And they'll be reading exactly.
The DBS Sports News.
Right, the DBS Sports News.
Yes.
And our first reader from Castle Bruce.
They're not ready yet. Our judges.
Okay, let's make sure we get everything set.
And not yet ready.
From Castle Bruce with love. From Castle Bruce with love. From Castle Bruce with love. Make her feel welcome. Janella Cabon from the Castle Bruce Primary.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Football action continues Wednesday with a double-header in the Dominica Football Association Division 1 League. Police Sports Club will challenge Buster Warner at the Dubla playing field at 6 p.m. While in the other game, Kalibishi Diaspora will be looking for 3 points when they take on East Central at the Benjamin's Park. That game is also set to get underway at 6 p.m.
Yes! 6 p.m. sports. Gavin Richards.
Papa Noel pass.
So we're going to give out some
So we're going
gifts.
to give out some sweeties for those who were
participated.
Very good sports.
Okay. And for Dinah, we'll also give your mommy something nice.
We hope they can get a little top up.
For Dinah Frampton. Ask for Dinah Frampton. Yes. This is anniversary radio reading for Felix.
Yes.
Veteran broadcaster par excellence.
Par excellence.
Maestro in the Creole language. The reading competition, the brainchild of the maestro. And we are reading for Felix as DBS Radio honors the memory of this legend or legendary broadcaster. Are we ready, judges? Okay,
Yes.
Amelia, we're ready. We're getting set.
For our next reader.
From Afuawi.
From the W.S. Stevens Primary.
Make her feel welcome, Amelia.
Ellis Charles.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
The Dominica Netball Association has taken a decision to postpone its annual general meeting by 1 week. Saturday's meeting was scheduled to be held virtually. The association has now decided to hold the annual general meeting on December 19th. The meeting was also held at the conference room of the Windsor Park Stadium from 10 p.m.
Yes.
Yes! Man, I tell you.
Warix, you are looking at a future brain surgeon. Yes, as a matter of fact, Elise would like to become a brain surgeon because she's
a brain surgeon?
Yes.
Wow.
She's fascinated.
Wow.
By the brain.
She's fat. Well, it's a pity we cannot interview her. No preferential treatment. Otherwise, I would interview my godson who is here, in the competition. Okay. Judges, are we set? Okay, we are set.
Yes.
Amelia? 4. One of the preps.
One of the preps, Warix.
Yes.
The
Are you ready?
Prep. Yes.
Dominica, are you ready?
4. Brittany Lewis.
From the
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
West Indies T20 Vice Captain Nicholas Warren says the series against South Africa will give West Indies a chance at redemption. The Windies will take on South Africa in a 5-match T20 series starting Saturday in Grenada from 2 p.m. West Indies are coming off a 2-0 series defeat in the Test series, but have been strengthened with the return of a number of senior players. And Puran says he is confident of his form despite not having scored many runs in the Indian Premier League.
Yes!
Wadix. We know of a lot of good things coming from the convent, both prep and high school. But I suspect they're teaching an extra thing at convent.
They teach you something extra?
Halfway.
And manners. You see, good manners. I like manners.
What, they know how to scream, eh?
Yes. They have a chalet.
Bonjour.
Milia.
Yes, Wadix.
Someone just messaged Kimara. Kimara, what's the word again? The English? Somebody wanted? The Creole for ceiling. Ceiling. So Kimara it is. The ceiling is? Fetaila. Robert Gis. You're a Rosa man. I don't expect you to do that. 2 Rosa fellas said no Creole, you know, in Dominican and Cecil. Yes! We get it set, judges. Are we ready? Yes. We go into number 4. Yes, number 4. And Millie, another prep?
Another prep.
Uh-huh.
The Pioneer Prep.
Pioneer Prep.
We welcome again Kitara Bopier.
Yes.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rain brought a premature end to last night's Dominica Football Association Premier League encounter between We United and Petro-Caribe Point Michel. We United were leading 1-0 at the half-time interval when the match was stopped because of the conditions at Benjamin's Park. The Dominica Football Association will make a ruling on the status of that match. Meantime, the Premier League continues to deal with Happy Bath Estate taking on the LA Stars from 4 p.m. at the Stock Farm playing field.
Yes! My word!
Bopier.
C-ball!
C-ball.
I mean, you know, these pupils are really excelling, Milia. And I don't envy these five judges.
I tell you.
But we know they are competent.
Yes.
Linguists, doctor, you know, they are competent, so we expect, as usual, they always, we have winners, only winners that are the only winners.
That's right.
And I must say I'm really happy at the level, the standard of the reading here. A round of applause for all, because they are all winners. And it would be good. For those of you hearing us, it would be good that if the Prime Minister is having 3 laptops, it would be good that the private sector give the 7 others laptops, man. And the Ministry of Education, that will be giving the laptops. Oh, with the rest of the, so everybody getting a laptop. Man. Everybody laptop, man. You haven't come. You haven't got one more come. Oh, you haven't got come. Come, my friend, yes. I got one more for, I got one more. I said it soft. I got one more for my godson. Ministry of Education, I got one more for my godson. I got a tablet. Okay, my friend. And he have his rosary.
All right, you have been adopted, huh?
Yes. So, Amelia, we're heading to...
Yes, we are heading now to Bowie.
Bowie with love.
Yes, from Bowie Primary School.
Salisbury. Salisbury, Amelia. Otherwise.
From the Salisbury Primary School, we welcome again for the final time this afternoon, Haley Bedno.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Captain of the West Indies women's team, Stephanie Taylor, says they will be looking to build some momentum as they prepare for the Women's Cricket World Cup. Her comments come as the West Indies women will play Pakistan on Wednesday in the first of 3 T20 internationals. The first ball bowls off at 2 p.m. at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua. Taylor says the ladies are looking to put in a good performance after a recent poor patch of form.
Yes. Oh my.
Haley.
Sibo, Milia.
Sibo, Warix.
And Milia, I mean, whilst we are commending our pupils, is the poise and composure.
Definitely.
They are coming here and they are delivering their stuff with confidence.
E ve, nou pou kompon Warix ki nyo pil moun, gwa moun komwe epi ou.
Ki gat mwen ple la.
Ki gat nou tale pa mem sav, den yo pedi yo la yo de katom ble ou sav. Yo mo ba yo sav, one word. Yes.
Ça c'est pourquoi yo bon. Et si yo bon, nous ni pou di yo bon, messieurs, man.
And remember
I love
what
them.
it's.
We ready, judges?
We ready?
Okay, so we're going to where now, Milia?
La Pointe.
La Pointe.
From
Point
the
Michel. La Pointe is the Creole for Point Michel. La Pointe is the Creole.
Are you ready, Naima?
For Point Michel.
All right.
From the
St. Luke's Primary School.
St. Luke's Primary School.
Naimanael Azard.
Makerfield, welcome.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Central Cooperative Credit Union Dumbla FC maintained their lead at the top of the points table with a 4-1 victory over Happy Buffet State on Saturday. This as action continued in the Dominica Football Association Premier League at the Stock Farm Complex. Defending champion South Surgical East was also in action on Saturday in the Premier League. Surgical defeated We United 2-0 at the Benjamin's Park.
Yes! My word. Sibo Milia Magadeu. And I'm really excited.
What about?
Milia, as we what you worked, we have worked with Felix for several years. What was one of your highlights?
Other than the fact that he called me Molly.
Other than the fact he called you?
Molly.
Molly.
He never called me, well, he rarely called me by my name.
Why Molly?
I don't,
Grace, why Molly?
Grace gave me the story, the reason why. But there was just one morning I was in the newsroom and he wanted me to do something for him. And I picked up the phone and I said, hello. And I'm like, Molly, Ukila? I was like, Molly?
We'll give me the rest of this story in a while. Judges, are we ready? Yes, we're getting set for reader number.
Right. Number 7.
Okay, and from what school, Milia?
Lighthouse Christian Academy.
Lighthouse Christian Academy.
Tiffany Pascal.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
The West Indies women and the Pakistan women will play an 8-match white ball series. Meanwhile, the West Indies women, a team, and Pakistan women's, a team, will play a historic 6-match white ball series. The tour will see the return of the women's international cricket to the Caribbean for the first time in 19 months due to COVID-19. Pakistan will arrive in the Caribbean on June 23 ahead of the T20 International Series, which starts on June 30th.
Yes!
Sibo! Oui, Warix.
So Sibo Molly, dis-moi, comment you got here, pourquoi you got here, Molly?
Molly.
I know Molly Jolly. You sure it's not that Molly Jolly? In rules who?
I like this the way it sounded, and it just stayed with me. He's like, whenever we would converse, he would just say, Molly, he would just address me by Molly.
Apart from calling you Molly, what else?
I think it's the presentation of the news. That was something that was close to Felix to ensure, because he always reminded me, when il a fait nouvelle là, on peut changer tout ce monde l'âge là. Là, on peut présenter nouvelle, on peut catcher les comptes, considérer so you have to. English.
No, we
no, I'm just saying, that's how he would say it.
Yes.
Qui passe vraiment comprendre anglais, comprendre ces gros mots qui yo ka servir nouvelle là, comme ça on est pour traduire en manière qui moun qui pas aller l'école pour yo ça comprendre. And every morning I tell you, when I present the news, I would just imagine him, listening, because every now and then when I would have made an error, he would have called me and say, "Oh, so I would decide this a lot money." But even to this day, I was telling Stephen that I still feel
miss
like
him.
He's there listening, and
He's listening. We'll get back to a few more stories of Felix and the Snazzer. Reading for Felix.
We
are ready, judges? We are now heading to reader number 10.
SCA,
reader number 8, sorry.
Yeah.
8.
Hold it there, Wadex.
8.
Number 8. From the Ebenezer SDA Primary, DeAndre Barry.
Make him feel welcome.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Former West Indies cricket captain Darren Sammy is the newest member of the Cricket West Indies Board of Directors. This follows his appointment to the board as an independent, non-member director. With over 14 years of international cricket experience, Sammy is celebrated by many in the region and across the world as a charismatic and inspirational figure. He is renowned for leading the West Indies to back-to-back ICC T20 World Cup titles in 2012 and 2016.
Yes.
Yes.
DeAndre Barry.
One of my greatest memories, one at several, but is to hear Felix read news in Creole, and when you look at the script, it was in English. So that was the genius of the man.
This is something
he would take a script in English, internalize it, and translate it live on radio, and that was the genius of Senor Felix. And the ready, judges? We are ready for reader number 9.
Reader number 9 from the Sufria Primary School, Sajani Alexander.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Salisbury Primary and Sufria Primary are through to the next round of competition in the 2021 Sports Division organized Primary School Cricket Festival. The two schools advanced following action in the Western District yesterday at the Botanic Gardens. Salisbury Primary beat the Sufria Primary in the final match by 9 wickets. The batting first, Sufria Primary scored 32-1, while Salisbury Primary got to the target scoring 35-1.
Yes!
Yes.
My word.
You know, Warwick, I'm happy that you mentioned that a while ago.
Uh-huh.
Here. No, I have to see it, Papa Boji.
C'est pas moi qui Félix, hein?
Oui, mais mon camucho, parce que c'est que j'ai moins une opportunité pour apprendre Félix.
Okay, Faye.
Comme ça, Trinidad et gouvernement Trinidad et Tobago a annoncé qu'il y a ouvert Borneo à le 17 mois juillet. Gouvernement dit Magosa yo ka verti qui moun qui pas vacciné pas que ça rentre en pays. Enfin, nouvelle ça là, le gouvernement a dit qu'il y a des adressés effets économiques sociaux qui COVID-19 a porté en pays. Pour le ministre Dr. Keith Rowley, il a dit pour oui ouvert bon pays, il y a pour considérer les gens qui sont vaccinés, mais ça qui pas vacciné. Et qui a stressé à ceux qui pas vaccinés pour considérer vaccinés avant de rentrer en pays Trinidad.
It's in English. It's in English, so we can say indeed she was really a good student of the legendary Felix Henderson, as we are reading for Felix.
Yes, we are
our
reading
final,
for Felix, our final
reader
for this afternoon and for this competition
2021.
2021. Our final reader from the St. Mary's Primary, Kellen Matthew.
Matthew!
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
The Roosevelt Douglas Primary and the Caleb Laura Primary are through to the next round of competition in the sports division organized Primary Schools Netball Festival. Both schools advanced following action in the round of 16 held at the Benjamin's Park on Tuesday. Meantime, over at Marigot, St. John's Primary and Welsh Strathmore Stevens Primary booked their spots to advance to the quarterfinals. And the Granby Primary and Paybush Benz combined emerged the top schools in the qualifiers played at Salisbury.
Yes!
Yes!
Melia.
Warix.
Melia.
Competition fini, eh?
No, but we have to make the Dominica. From the top of Mont Jablotin to the square in Scotshead.
Yes.
Let's give a standing ovation to all our winners. Stand up, stand up.
Yes.
Stand up, we all stand up. All winners.
Clap for yourselves.
Yeah,
You
this
can also applaud
afternoon.
yourselves.
An historic
Yes.
reading competition. Yes. You all were excellent and you are all winners. We must say, what are we going to do next? We have, I think, a few guest appearances. File pani bushate na file.
Oh, file.
File ni bushate.
File
la.
Anta. Upawe pour mise nous après midi la file. But what we will do before we go to file, we will acknowledge our sponsors.
Yes, and after?
And then we will come to Mr. Landa.
Give our judges some time to tabulate.
Yes.
And when we come back, file. Landa.
DBS Radio, with its headline sponsor, the Office of the Prime Minister, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, 2021 National Reading Competition is brought to listeners, compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Own more shares, get more benefits. Let's grow our credit union together. National Bank of Dominica, your partner, your bank. National Cooperative Credit Union, one big family. Jay's Bookstore, your supplier for books, greeting cards and furniture. Carlton Phillips Motor Pool, drive in and get the world of vehicle parts. APP Electrical, we do better. OT Trucking, OT at your fingertips for safer trucking services. Springfield Trading Limited, quality is everything. La Falaise Lab, quality and confidentiality. Auto Depot Limited, when you can't find it, we've got it. AC Shillingford and Company Limited, spend less, get more. Crispies, tasty. Aid Bank, fulfilling our role in the development of a resilient Dominica. West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, most credible choice. Flow Dominica, Fortune Hotel, Ocean Edge, Garaway Enterprises, Jungle Bay Resort, the Grand Bay Cooperative Credit Union, Foxy's Bread Depot, the Sign Man. A business without a sign is a sign of no business. Fine Foods Distributors, the biggest distributors of the biggest brands. On-the-go catering services, they are here to satisfy your cravings. K-Bit's Silent Party in Portsmouth, 50th Anniversary Radio DBS, and the headline sponsor, the Office of the Prime Minister. In collaboration with the Ministry of Education, we say a big thank you to all our sponsors. We are reading for Felix. Reading makes us smart. DBS Radio, with its headline sponsor, the Office of the Prime Minister, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, 2021 National Reading Competition is brought to listeners compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited. Own more shares, get more benefits. Let's grow our credit union together. National Bank of Dominica, your partner, your bank. National Cooperative Credit Union, one big family. Jay's Bookstore, your supplier for books, greeting cards and furniture. Carlton Phillips Motor Pool, drive in and get the world of vehicle parts. APP Electrical, we do better. OT Trucking, OT at your fingertips for safer trucking services. Springfield Trading Limited, quality is everything. La Falles Lab, quality and confidentiality. Auto Depot Limited, when you can't find it, we've got it. AC Shillingford and Company Limited, spend less, get more. Crispies, tasty. Aid Bank, fulfilling our role in the development of a resilient Dominica. West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, most credible choice. Flow Dominica, Fortune Hotel, Ocean Edge, Garaway Enterprises, Jungle Bay Resort, the Grand Bay Cooperative Credit Union, Foxy's Bread Depot, The Sign Man. A business without a sign is a sign of no business. Fine Foods Distributors, the biggest distributors of the biggest brands. On-the-go catering services, they are here to satisfy your cravings. K-Bit Silent Party in Portsmouth, 50th Anniversary Radio DBS, and the headline sponsor, the Office of the Prime Minister. In collaboration with the Ministry of Education, we say a big thank you to all our sponsors. We are reading for Felix. Reading makes us smart.
Yes. Of course, we must continue to acknowledge our sponsor. Had it not been for them, we would not be here. However, in everything, we need a little break, a little bit of entertainment. So we'll now call on Mr. Fael Landa to do a number for us, one called Pick Yourself Up. Let's give it up for Fael Landa.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. I need your attention, please. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so now, this song here, I need a little help. So when I point on you, you're going to sing, oh, we can do that? Oh, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, when I point on you, you're going to sing that for me, okay? Let's go. All right. In life, sometimes you get down. But even when you're down, you have to stand back up to move forward, right? Oh, yeah. I know there are times when you have been down. I know there are times when you feel that you can't go on. I know there are times you don't know what to do. The world and its ways always seem to turn against you. But you cannot win sitting down. You have to get up and be strong, cause you can only be trampled when you're on the ground. Pick yourself up, my brother, just dust yourself off. Get your life together and start all over. Pick yourself up, my sister, just dust yourself off. Get your life together and start all over. Now, sing a happy song, sing a happy song, sing a happy song. Oh, oh, oh. We're gonna come back just now and stronger next time, right? Oh. Listen, you heavily burdened with your problems, and there seems no way in the world that you can solve them. Mr. Frustration is always there. further slip you in despair with just one more scare. But hope always lights the way. No matter how dark your day, your light will come shining through. As long as you believe in you, pick yourself up. My brother, just dust yourself off. Get your life together and start all over. Pick yourself up. Master, just dust yourself off. Get your life together and start all over. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Oh, oh, oh. You see, this next verse is my favorite verse. It's so true. And I want you to listen very clearly. All right. Never give up no matter how bleak. There's always a solution if only you see. Feeling sorry for yourself just a joke. It never solves anything and it will never work. And never use one problem to try to solve the next problem. Cause in the end, my friend, all you have is more problem. Pick yourself up. My brother, just dust yourself off. Get your life together and start all over. Pick yourself up. My brother, just dust yourself off. Get your life together and start all over. Your turn. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Oh, oh, oh. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Sing a happy song. Oh, oh. I want to wish all of you best of luck and may the best reader win this afternoon. And congratulations to all of you who did amazing. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Have a blessed afternoon.
Pick yourself up, brother, and dust yourself up. Get yourself together and start all over. Pick yourself up, brother, and dust yourself up. Get yourself together and start all over. Oh, sing a happy song. Oh, sing a happy song. Oh, 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 oh. Next year, 2022. Wadix will be my writer. But the only way I sing in Calypso is if it is 100% Creole. And I'm going to sing no Calypso in English. But I want when you see you put those lines, those punch lines that come in Creole, garçon, straight to the finals. How do you? Mobagatan, you know? What you cannot sing, man?
No, I used to.
What you used to sing?
What kamaje shat? What kamaje shat, shat kamaje what?
Sing that for me to hear you.
What kamaje shat, shat kamaje what? Me mama, me la la la, I can't remember.
All right, so we have come to the end of the entertainment somewhat. What do we do? Do we engage them still some more?
I didn't hear that.
What do you say? You want me to make people read? Well, we give so much stress on Fodine already for prices. You think she can afford to give us more? I mean, she tell us, go. What do we do? Do we negotiate? Let's get free $10, $20 top up. We're going to get free $20 top up from Flo. So if you have Flo phone, put up your hand now.
No phone, no phone, no phone for Dinah.
Flo phone.
No phone for my.
Wait, Papa, you going far, pal.
Where's no.
Okay.
Is mother Dana?
So we getting top up from Flo.
My godson, huh?
We getting top up from Flo.
Is his mother there? My God, come, my friend, come.
Wait, Papa.
What can we give my godson? My godson. Godson, what can you give him? Your company can give him? Or for his mom?
A Flo umbrella.
Okay, so you get an umbrella. Okay, that is the name of this, my son.
Rosary. Say that
It's
in
called a
Creole.
rosary, huh?
Say that in Creole, Guadix. Not he, you.
No, I don't know what is rosary in Creole. Marconette. Chapelet.
Must have him and Wule Shapley.
No. No.
I did.
Vous voulez chapelet? Pour qui
I
ça?
did. It was a must.
Ou t'as any problème alors?
C'est pas quand tu Shapley ça, no Guadix.
Massa, moi ka made ou si ou t'as any problème?
Parce que any problem?
Non, moi ka animade ou qui ça ou te ka oule pour?
10 Hail Mary, 3 Our Father. You pass on?
Pour qui ça?
Just for the sake of praying, you have to give praise.
For the sake of praying, you
yes,
praying
you have
10
to
Hail
say
Mary
10
and
3
3
Our
God Father.
Father. Yes, Guadix.
So can you deacon
So
recitation?
you don't know Hail Mary full of grace?
That in SMA you had to learn that.
Exactly. So pas connaître Shapley.
You had to learn that in SMA,
Well, I had
otherwise.
to learn it too.
In where? In Grand Way?
No, on the other side.
Okay. So my godson, you'll get an umbrella from this lady. Tell her, give you, and you have a lollipop. You haven't got lollipop.
I have lollipop. But look at lollipop in his hand.
You haven't got transport, like a transport to drive. So I'll see you, my little godson. You have got a little transport. We ready for the judges? Not
No,
yet?
judges are not yet ready for us, Wadix.
Okay,
No.
so we're going to get our adults
We're going
to
to
read.
get our adults to read.
Right. And the best reader getting a phone.
We papa.
Watch out with us with eyes.
We-
The
we
best
watch
reader.
this
Okay,
with
so
us.
any. Okay, so we want three. How many we
We need
calling?
3.
3. Come, 3 adults, come.
3 adults.
And come,
Yes,
come
yes,
Tiki, come
yes.
Tiki.
Come Tiki, come Tiki,
Come Tiki. Come Tiki.
Can we
Come
get,
Tiki. Right. So where are the scripts? Get the
we'll
scripts.
get the scripts.
Where's Kimara? Kimara, where are the script? Where Kimara
Miss,
now?
I think you're disqualified.
Come.
Miss.
Tiki.
Miss.
Come, Miss, you're there, you're
We're going to put
qualified.
Miss, we're going to give Miss the whole narration to read.
Right. So we have 4. Kim, give us some scripts. By the way, he's one of the lead singers of Triple K International, his son, Mr. Matthew Arida.
Okay, what we're going to do, Wadix, we want them to give their news agency a name. So what will be your news agency?
TK News.
TK News. TK News.
TK News. So that's TK News, okay?
Right.
The teacher. And what's the name of your news? Where are you from?
I'm from Salisbury.
Salisbury News. Bowie News. Nouvelle Bowie. Nouvelle Bowie.
All right, Nouvelle Bowie. all right.
Nouvelle Bowie. Nouvelle Bowie. So TK News and Nouvelle Bowie.
Okay, what
And
would-
you, where are you from?
Can be an existing company.
An
you
existing
give
company?
a name to your
Ex-
news
if,
agency.
if it's DBS, yes, but otherwise, no. An existing company? Huh? Where are you? Carbon News?
Carbon News. No carbon copy, right? But
Carbon News.
Okay. And Miss, what will be your news agency?
Barry News.
Barry News.
Barry News.
So we have Barry News,
Carbon News,
Nouvelle Bowie, and TK,
TK News.
Okay.
Right. Now, the crowd is going to decide. The crowd will decide who won. Right. So we're going to give them different scripts? Yes. Different scripts. Okay. Right on. Tiki, give Tiki and Nouvelle Bowie. Right. I like that part. Okay.
Okay. So
Who
we're
are
going
we
to
going
ask
to
our
choose?
technician to give us the intro.
Who are we going to choose first,
DBS
William?
news and all of that.
We're giving them, Dean, you can give us a little finger. News and so on.
Have a seat, TK News. You up first.
Give them everything we're giving them.
What number 1 on your script?
Where's the mic? Black,
Your
give them
number
mic.
1 on your news, your script.
Where's the other mic?
They need to go through it, I
Then
think.
where's the other mic? We're giving them film, song, everything. Curtis
By the way-
Matthew. I swear I saw Curtis Matthew there.
By the way, normally we help the students with any word that you have a difficulty
No,
with.
not the adults. No. Where's Curtis? Curtis Matthew! Where is Curtis Matthew? He's not around. So we're going to read. Okay, for that, Ivona will substitute for Curtis Matthew. Where's the mic? Then give us a mic for them to read the news. They're going to read. You guys lay up with house have. It's a pity that it's not in Creole. They're going to read. Huh? Oh, black have it. Okay. So we're going to read the news, and you, the audience, will decide the winner. So it have TK News from Loda, Bowie News, Salisbury. Carbon News from Calibishi, Coptol. And Barry News from? Roseau with love. Okay, so who is first, Milia?
TK News.
Okay,
But
okay.
News have number 1 on it.
So Rain, come and choose who first. Come, Rain, come and decide. Come and choose anyone you choose. We go in with it. Rain, the daughter of Kimara, and Benji. You can't choose TK. Let's go. Any other person but not TK News. Right, so Rain, Queen contestant Rain, former, what is the little thing name? Princess, right.
So Ren, choose one of the 4
Choose
persons
one
that
to
needs
go
present
and read first. Which one do you choose, Ren?
TK News, Nouvelle
TK
Bowie,
News, Nouvelle Bowie,
Carbon News,
Bowie News,
Bowie News.
TK News.
Yes, sir. Realistic or TK? So TK News. Okay, so we're going to do a massive introduction now.
Yes.
Come, sit down. Anyone? It's when you want to win, you know, the crowd.
If you do it in
the
Creole,
crowd that have
all
to decide.
the better.
The crowd that have to decide is not us. We're going to introduce you now. Ladies and gentlemen, live at the Paris Hall, this is the DBS 50th anniversary reading competition. We are in the spontaneous or impromptu section whereby we are reading for Felix. Look at this Creole, Boys Amelia. This Creole.
Because what your DBS, Mesdames, Mesdames, célébration 50e anniversaire. Nous allons, Mesdames, Mesdames, la même pour Felix. Because nous parlons TK News.
So let it go for live from Loda. What all you have up there again? Not the Lapli. What is the thing now? What is the thing, Cecil? Geophomal, the land of the Geophomal. Let's go, TK News.
DBS News.
Government is considering options to prevent the theft of solar lights across the island. The theft of installed solar lights across the island has been a growing concern. The setting up of cameras and the presence of police officers are among options being considered. Minister of the Environment, Cozier Frederick, says government had invested significantly in solar street lighting. He says measures has been taken to stop the theft. Frederick called on the public to take ownership of the lighting intervention.
TK News.
Stay there. My godson, come and choose who next. I like you. What's your name now? I like you. What Charles are you? What's your first name? Gabriel Charles. Come and choose anyone there. Which one you want to read? Barry. Oh, Miss Your teacher. You want to see your teacher read? Okay, go back and sit down and listen to your teacher read. So Barry News. So come and introduce Amelia. Live from Roseau, she said.
Yes, Missy.
In the heart of the city. With a lovely smile. Wearing a black sweater. And looking well. Live on DBS.
Pour nouvelle. But I can't say it in Creole no, because it will mean I said Bowie twice. If I said it in Creole, it's
from Salisbury, Bowie News.
But Bowie News
there. Oh no, look my Bowie.
All right.
Bowie News.
So?
Roseau she from, but her name is Barry.
Barry.
B-A-R-R-Y.
Like
Barrymore.
Right. Company Barry News.
DBS News.
17-year-old Lennon Hippolyte of the Kalinago territory has been named valedictorian of the 2021 graduating class of the Cassie Bruce Secondary School. He captured 6 awards at the ceremony, which saw 90 students saying goodbye to the school. Hippolyte captured prizes for mathematics, integrated science, and chemistry, among others. The ceremony was held under the theme, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Meantime, feature speaker, Dr. Kimon Joseph, told the graduating class it is important to have a plan to achieve their lifelong goals.
Yes, I.
Barry News.
Really?
I thought I was on stage 3 when I was second there. National Queen Show.
Or you still want to take part, Bowie? Or you okay. I think so, you know.
No, Wadix.
I think she should be.
No.
I think she should be a judge.
No, I will tell you what.
Okay, next in line. Next in line from Bowie. Bowie News. Are you ready, Bowie News?
Yes.
You want to back out, man? No, man, we're going to beat everybody. Beat Tiki, beat Barry, everybody. Okay. So you have to come like a contestant. Live at the Goodwill Parish Hall. It gives us great pleasure to welcome Miss Salisbury to read the Bowie News. Make her feel welcome. Yeah. Yes, I.
DBS News.
The Trinidad and Tobago government has announced the reopening of its borders on July 17. The government, however, warned that unvaccinated foreigners will not be allowed in the country. The news comes as the government deals with socio-economic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said the reopening of the country's main airports would take into consideration vaccinated and unvaccinated Trinidadians and vaccinated non-nationals. He stressed that unvaccinated citizens or residents arriving in Trinidad must first show proof of a negative PCR test and go into state-supervised quarantine for 14 days.
Yes, Ivona! Of course. Bowie. What happened? I get too excited.
He take education, you cut Leo.
Salisbury, Gassan, that's my place, you know. Okay. Sorry, all you. It's not me that judging, it's the crowd, the
One more.
audience. One more,
Yes.
and this is what news again?
Carbon News.
Carbon News. So do we like give her a nice little introduction now? Give her a nice little introduction, Milia.
I can't speak English, huh? What is I can't speak English?
Huh?
I can't speak English.
You can't speak English?
No. Yes. Yes.
So you want me to introduce her?
Yes.
Okay. From Goodwill Live Love. With the eyes of a princess, and I can tell you with that smile, she's going to mesmerize the audience. Make her feel welcome. Live Carbon News.
DBS News.
Dominica welcomed the first American Airlines jet flight to its shores on Tuesday, June 22nd. According to the Ministry of Tourism, the flight was part of ongoing efforts to improve air access to the island. The Tourism Ministry said the flight was done to ensure the aircraft was able to perform its operation safely on this route. Minister for Tourism, Dennis Charles, signaled the flight as very timely, as it aligns with Dominica's vision to increase stay-over visitor arrivals. She said, an increase in air traffic for Dominica needs to happen in parallel to the development of the international airport.
Yes!
Right.
Really?
That was
Really?
Carbon News. So we're going to do it how Felix used to do it, eh?
Really?
When I point on who, of course, the most screams.
Not yet. Okay.
I know, I'm just saying.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you your opinion.
My opinion.
Who in the four you believe that is to you, eh?
To me.
Won this competition?
Who in the four?
Yes.
I believe won this competition?
Yes.
Tiki.
Tiki.
Yes.
All right. That is your opinion.
Who, in your opinion, Warex, you believe won this competition?
All four.
Okay.
All four.
Hey, mark it. Hey, hold on.
All
Hold
four.
on. No, we're not promoting nobody there.
Uh-huh.
Tule Cats.
Tule Cat.
Because I know all four is something else.
Okay, Tule Cat.
So it's Tule Cats.
But the judges now come closer. The judges now have to decide. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. The judge, you, the audience, you all are going to decide the winner. Okay,
Hey,
Emilia,
yeah.
let's go.
What I say doesn't go, eh? Okay.
And Not even if you're supporting Triple K, not because you're supporting Triple K for you just vote for TK. I telling them that early. Right, no preference, and not because she's your teacher for you to support her, is who read the best. Right. Let's go now, Amelia. Already. They're excited for your teacher.
We're going to take, based on the high intensity of your screams.
Yes.
Okay? Was the winner Carbon News? Was the winner or is the winner Barry News? Is the winner Nouvelle Bawi? Yes, Warix?
Is the winner TK News? I warn you, draw, I tell you that.
Well, we're going to do it again. We're going to
come and help us. I vote, come and help us. One more scream again. We're starting on this side.
Yes.
I vote, come and judge because I tell you.
Warix, you have to eliminate the list screams.
This time is elimination.
Yes, if elimination.
Elimination. Elimination.
Yes.
Is the winner TK News? Is the winner Bowie News? Let's go. Is the winner Bowie News? Is the winner Carbon News?
All right, so we've had more screams here.
Are we right so far? Right.
Okay.
So I go into the right. I go into this side, Milia. Yes. Start with Barry.
Let's try again.
Yes.
It's the winner, Barry News.
Boy, all you have laugh way. The 6 little children there. Okay. Is the winner Carbon News? Tell her you draw. Ivons. Help us, it draw. It draw. Okay. All right.
My father would do it like that.
By the way, that's his son. That's his son of Felix Henderson. Show us how your father would do it.
His finger like that.
My finger.
He would have his finger like that. And he would do that.
That was good.
So who is the winner?
Who is the winner? The winner is Carbon News.
For me, Tire.
Well, yes, they're all winners, like we said.
They're all winners. Who is in your opinion?
And he would say, take it away now.
The son of Felix Henderson. Are we
Yes,
ready?
yes. Thank
With
you,
the
Miss.
results? Thank you very much.
Thank
all
you, Miss
those who read.
Renette. We will come to you and take your numbers.
So
and take
Dina
your
Frampton will check all you. No problem. Right. So we get it.
We'll take the numbers. I'll get the
So
numbers, yes.
Miss Barry and Miss Carbon will
Carbon,
take a
Miss
number
Barry, Tiki,
for everybody, for Tiki,
and
the rest.
Miss
So we have the
Bedno.
results. We have the results, Milia?
Yes, Warix.
Okay. Time. We have to call everybody back on stage. Oh, they are back already.
all back on
Hey,
stage.
my peoples. Right. My godson, you there? My godson is there. So we're getting set for the results
Yes, Warix.
of the DBS anniversary special reading for Felix competition.
Yes.
And it goes like this, Milia.
Just to remind you, or just to inform you, we will be presenting the top 3 in this competition. However, our Thanksgiving ceremony is carried for next Wednesday. We will announce the time. We will only be announcing the top 3 position to include the winner of the 2021 headline sponsor, Office of the Prime Minister, DBS Radio, Ministry of Education, National Reading Competition. Why you Jane back like that now?
No, I listening to you.
Okay.
I glance on Curtis Matthew.
Results out, you know, Alex.
I glance on Curtis Matthew, so I have to make sure
Yes.
it's Curtis Matthew I saw.
Curtis, I said, you can't even say Curtis. My heart beating hard, heavy.
I know.
What?
I
Dicks?
know,
If I'm walking
I
with
know,
no.
I know.
What is that?
I know.
Yes.
I know.
So we're going to open the paper together?
Yes, let's open the paper. Let's open the paper. Let's open the paper.
Okay.
And the judges have decided.
The judges have decided.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have to do that properly.
Yes.
I didn't get that.
Yes. I think we should get some remarks.
Oh, yeah, the remarks from the judges
From the
first.
judges.
Yes. The
So
remarks from
we'll
the
take
judges.
it from Miss
As to
White
how,
Christian.
and we call on Shalyn
She's judged before.
Christian.
So she will tell us how the competition went, what were her
Yes,
thoughts.
that's correct.
The challenges moving forward, how we can fix those.
So we can easier understand
Yes.
how they tabulated and how they reached the final three. Shalyn.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, we would like to congratulate all the students. They did a fantastic job, so let's give all of them a big round of applause. I think in all our judging throughout the years, I think this was the hardest competition we've had to judge.
Agreed.
The students were very well prepared. We want to tell the teachers and the parents who worked with them, job very well done. And we want to let the students know that they are all winners. The scores were very, very close. 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. They were extremely close. Some of them, they were fantastic in the narrative, but they may have dropped a little in the news, or their news and their sports were excellent, perfect grades, but they dropped a bit in the narrative. And something that I also like to, I always like to say is that what you hear is not always what is written on the paper. Sometimes they may have missed an entire line, sometimes they may have missed a word, or they may have added a word, and it may sound very good to you, but we have to mark them as errors, okay? So I just want to say once again, thank you DBS for a very good competition. It was a good season, and I think that next year it will even be harder. So let us continue to encourage our schools to read. It's very important, and we are hoping that everyone has a wonderful evening because they all did very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Christian.
Okay.
The top three winners will...
Hold on. Is there a representative from Springfield?
Yes, I was about to mention.
Is there a representative from Springfield who could come? We are calling them right away to the front.
So we'll have representatives from Springfield, I believe.
I think there, yes. Just
Okay,
a few
so
hampers.
there are
to
a
give
few
away.
hampers to give to the top three position.
Right.
Before we go into the results, just to inform you as well, after the result has been presented, the winner will be reading a piece written by one of Felix Henderson's daughters, I believe. Granddaughter, based in St. Kitts. Okay, so I understand she'll be doing that at the prize giving. Okay, so she'll have to read a piece from Felix Henderson's granddaughter. All right. Can I get a drum roll, please?
Yes, then. Where's the suspense? Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us great pleasure. At what time, Milia? It's now?
It is 25 minutes moving up to the hour of 7 o'clock.
In the
third position
with
507 points from the Salisbury Primary School, Haley Bedno.
Yes! You can just rest it down for her.
So she's being presented with her gift immediately.
She's now presented with a gift. And by the way, the other prize the main prize
The
giving
main
ceremony
prizes, all the tablets and all the cash and all of
will
those
take
stuff
place next
will
week.
take place next week, Wednesday.
Congratulations, Princess.
Okay,
Lovely
Henley, if you
smile.
could just, Henley?
Yes, stay right at the front.
Yes, please.
Right at the front.
Can we get another drum roll?
So CNN, Al Jazeera, everybody else can take you live. Right. In second place.
In second place.
With 509 points. From the Pioneer Block.
Kitara Bopier.
So Kishana.
Kitara.
Yes.
Kitara.
Take your prize.
You're getting your prize compliments. Springfield.
Springfield next week.
And you know it's summer, so some goodies. All right.
And like you heard from the judges, it was a tight, not just a tight competition, but the tightest ever.
Yes. All right. Final drum roll.
Okay. Drum roll for the winner.
Yes, I may say.
Drum roll for the winner.
Nous kay présenter ou qu'on nous te ka li honorable Felix Henderson.
It gives us great pleasure.
En célébration 50e anniversaire Radio DBS.
Radio celebrating 50 years.
En première position.
In the first place.
Et puis 529 points, messieurs.
With 529 points.
En l'école. Convent Prep. Brittany Lewis.
Brittany Lewis.
All right. So
those were the winners.
Those are the winners for this afternoon,
We
for this
also
competition.
we also want to give an equal round of applause
For
to
all the participants.
Participants.
Also,
yes.
Wadex.
Yes.
All the participants need to be present at the prize giving ceremony. So please do not feel left out. You all need to be present next Wednesday. We will announce the time and place. So one more round of applause for all
So
the remainder.
all of you come at the front. All of you come at the front. Do not cry.
We can
Don't
join
cry,
the
come.
winners up front.
So
We
come,
heard-
come.
Yes.
So let's give all of them. Let us give all of them a round of applause. Come. They all did well. Like you heard from the judges, the tightest competition ever.
Yes. So remember, the winner will be reading the DBS news sometime soon. All right. However, we'll now ask our coordinator of the reading competition, Miss Kimara Ito, to thank you for coming.
Thank you all, and we say thank you to our sponsors for the reading competition of this year. We say thank you to all our invited guests, our students, principals, staffs, our sponsors, Foxy's Bread, APP Electrical, Jay's Bookstore, Central Cooperative Credit Union, the National Bank of Dominica, Aid Bank, Ocean Edge, National Cooperative Credit Union, Auto Depot, Local Government, West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, Crispies, Grand Bay Cooperative Credit Union, OT Trucking, Springfield Trading, Agents for Cool Kids, Jungle Bay, Fort Young Hotel, Ocean Edge, Carlton Phillip Motorpool, The Signman, Garway Enterprises, AC Shillingford and Company Limited, Flo Dominica, K-Beats Silent Party. And we say thank you all. Remember, the prize giving ceremony is next week, Wednesday. We say thank you and congratulations to our finalists and congratulations to our top three.